Hi, we nearly had more tech issues until I solved it, because Natalia is obviously the best. So, you know how last time the thing wouldn't work? What's the word? It wouldn't let me connect to the waiting room. And that it just all went kind of wrong, and we blamed Monica because it was really funny, because I thought it was because of Monica, or like because of DDLC. Yeah. Yeah, it happened again. I was sitting down, I parked my butt, I was like, I'm ready for some hot men, and to try and not die. So, you know, that's the fun parts. Unfortunately, yeah, it didn't really work out that way. Unfortunately, it wasn't connecting. Then I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna do the good old trick of on again, off again, see if that works. And by that I mean I disconnected Streamlabs from YouTube, and then I reconnected it. And now I did save myself. Ooh, did save me! Whew. Sorry. I'm being a bit silly because I'm very hot right now. I know I always look hot, but I'm like actually sweating right now because it's warm. It's been a hot day. I made the amazing decision to wear a jumper even though I was going to be outside in the scorching sun. Like, it was like 17 degrees or something today, Celsius. I know it's not really a lot by American standards before you all dogpile me, but it's hot by UK standards, okay? Leave me be, let me live. But, yeah. Hello, everybody. It is your maiden of the sea and sky, Natalia Finn, and I am here today to play Saintess of the Golden Bow, and again, simp over hot men, but don't tell KB that, okay? There's a specific reason no one tell KB that. And that's weak against heat, unlike against Americans. I am either above the clouds or way below the waves, typically, alright? I don't get mud in much, like, usually, where the altitudes I'm at tend to be quite cold, okay? Get off my wings. Let's see. I believe, congratulations, Matt Pam, on the first message. Welcome in. Hi, Willow. Welcome in, Carney. Hi, Hydration. Hello. It's been a bit, but it's nice to see you. Yay. Welcome in, Staljo. Hi, Tatum Dog. I'm doing okay now that I've sorted out the waiting room issue. I forgot my drink again, and I haven't drunk anything in a while. So if I end up in a coughing fit because because the Scottish got me, that's the reason. Hi, it's Nomis. Hi, Nomis. It makes sense when she's a siren mermaid hybrid. Exactly. See, there is a method to my madness, and that madness is me going off the side to. That method is me just doing whatever I can to be funny and for you guys to smile. Yay! Yeah, hello. Currently at a casino. Oh, I want to go to a casino. It's annoying because okay, I know it's bad. Don't gamble your income, but like I have like friends who go to the casino like, I don't know, twice a year just for the hell of it, and they like, what are words? I don't know what words are. And they go, and I'm like, you've piqued my interest because I am, in fact, a gacha player. And so I kind of know your game. But then every time they go, something comes up and I can't go. But that doesn't matter, because right now, we're gonna do the best pull of them all. Levi. If I don't get his good ending, I will cry. Yeah. My dad brings me to the casinos for the good food. Is it actually that good? I keep hearing that casino food is meant to be like the bomb because they want you to stay there longer, so they make good food so you stay and eat, and then you go back to the things instead of deciding to like play, leave to get more food, and run the risk of you not coming back. I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna load. Look at her. Look at our girl. Hi, Celeste. How you doing, girly? You're looking fabulous. I'm gonna end up rambling too much if I don't start now, so I'm gonna start. The next day, I begin with the golden bow on the palace training grounds. Much as I expected, due to its elaborate design, the bow proves difficult to use. I send arrow after arrow flying at the targets, but I only hit once out of every 10 times. Not only are my bow skills rusty, but my weapon isn't cooperating either. Finally, too frustrated to continue, I give up. I'll try again tomorrow. Ooh, fancy hallway. I make my way to my room with Levi following behind me. Ooh, got a new voice. I don't know what I'm doing.
This is a suicide mission. We're not going to come back to Solus alive.
Oh, here we are. Sorry.
Please, no, don't say such things in public. What if someone hears you?
At the end of the corridor, 2 people stand to the side talking. The one who said something about a suicide mission is Noah. After our conversation in the garden the other day, his words don't shock me. What does surprise me, though, is that he's openly talking about his feelings with someone else. Hey, it's the night lady! I missed you! She's got a really cool design. I love her. Mwah. Transparent games. If you ever want to make I'm just gonna stop now. I need to stop. I hide behind a pillar and take a peek at the other person. The dark-skinned knight with her hair in buns must be Tariq, Noah's right hand and the leader of the palace guards. She's wearing armor with the Lokari Empire royal insignia on her chest, characteristic of the guards. I forgot what voice I gave her. Oh god, why is it always the women I'm forgetting? Sorry, Tariq, you're just gonna get stuck with his voice now because I've forgotten.
The leader of the mission should believe in the quest's success. You can't be heard doubting our abilities to defeat the Demon Queen.
It's just, I have a really bad feeling about Mother's request, Tariq. Why is she pushing us to go to the Demon Queen's castle so soon? Why can't we wait a few months until everyone feels ready and has practiced fighting as a team?
We can't go against the Empress's orders, you know that. She said her reason for the rush is that the demon army keeps getting closer and closer to the capital.
Yet the fiends are at least 3 weeks' journey away from Solus on horseback, and they haven't made any significant movements toward us in at least a decade. We've got time.
The Empress seems to have a different opinion on the matter.
I just don't trust her.
Noah, watch what you say. What if...
She suddenly turns around and unsheaths her sword.
Who's that?
She's noticed me. We're gonna step out and reveal ourselves because we ain't no coward. And more affection! Love that. I step out from behind the pillar, revealing myself.
Oh, if it is the Saintess. Welcome.
Hello.
How much of our conversation did you overhear? I told you, Your Highness, you should be more careful.
I'm sorry for eavesdropping. I was just curious. Noah takes a step closer to me. Ah! Personal space!
Oh,
This feels really awkward singing in Kumo's voice. I have to... Why did I do this? Hi, Aura, welcome in. My Star Rail progress sucks, hydrate. Didn't we start the practice range in second street too? No, we ended the... Hi, Aura. Again.
oh, you were curious about me?
I didn't say... He leans in closer to me, his face level with mine.
I didn't know you were interested in me, Celeste.
That's not what I meant.
I'm very pleased to win your attention. If you want to know more about me, how about we get together for tea?
I'm not...
Would tomorrow afternoon be okay for you?
He's not letting me get a word in edgeways. Anger rises in my heart. I'm not interested in you. I take a few steps back, putting distance between us again. It'd be really awkward to It'd be really awkward to date someone with a grandma's voice, okay? That's the only reason. Otherwise, you're smoking hot, man. Noah chuckles. I don't appreciate you flirting with me.
Is that what I'm doing?
You clearly are. We The other guy wanted to kill me. The other day he wanted to kill me, and today he's playing with me. What a frustrating guy. I'm leaving. I rush towards my rooms, my footsteps heavy. I feel furious at Noah for clearly making fun of me. Levi follows behind me like my shadow. I spend the next few days training with the golden bow. I increase my accuracy rate, but I'm still struggling to wield the weapon. In the afternoon, Elijah approaches me. How's the training going? Should I be honest with him? I hesitate, but I know I'll need his help to access the post magic. Let's be honest. Apparently, honesty is key in this game. Sorry, it's just every answer so far it's always when Celeste is in like an awkward situation, and I just feel so bad for her because she's clearly so capable, but it's she's just, the poor girl is always like, help me, I don't want to be here. She needs a hug. Can we get like an after story where it's literally just the player hugging Celeste and telling her good job? Celeste, honey. Oh, you're doing the best you can. Honestly, the training's not going great. I feel like the bow's fighting me for control. The bow is supposed to be semi-sentient. The issue may very well be that it hasn't yet fully accepted you. It hasn't fully accepted me? What should I do to make the artifact approve of me? Unfortunately, I don't know. I wanted to ask you something ever since I was chosen as the Saintess. Saintess? Ugh. Saintess. You're the High Priest, so you know a lot about holy magic, is that right? As much as a human possibly can. I'm the strongest light magic user in the Empire. Oh, that's right, I remember that part from the book. Everyone thought Elijah would become the saint, but on his 18th birthday, he didn't get chosen. The previous high priest abdicated at that time and passed on the role to Elijah. That's how Elijah came to have such a high position at such a young age. Hell, I can't remember if we have confirmed ages, but... So Celeste... Eurydice, God, I nearly fudged up her name again, and Levi are all canonically 18. But then, so Elijah's older than 18. So, but he can't be that much older because they keep saying how young he is. So he's probably like 19, maybe the year prior he did the thing. Or maybe, to be fair, maybe it's still the same year because it makes it sound like on your birthday, that's when you go do the passage thing. Levi's was just delayed a bit so he could do it with Eurydice and Celeste, so I guess he could also still be 18. Can you teach me about light magic? Sure, but you have no magic of your own. You know that, right? I nod. Celeste was never a magic user, and the fact didn't change when I took over her body. But I have to defeat the Demon Queen with the Golden Bow's magic, right? So is there a way for me to access it? Ah yes, artifacts like the Golden Bow do carry their own magic. You don't have to have a magical affinity of your own to use their power. Although already being trained in wielding magic would help you understand more easily how the bow's magic is used. I can at least explain the basics to you, and then with practice I'm sure you'll catch on. Please teach me what you know about using an artifact's holy magic. Sure. Hello! Elijah moves behind me, touching the hand I'm using to aim the golden bow. Close your eyes. I will pour some of my light magic into you so that you can understand how magic flows through the human body. To access the golden bow's magic, you have to pull some of that magic towards you and let it enter your body. Be open to it. Don't struggle against the power. Cutscene! Cutscene! I close my eyes like Elijah commands. I feel his grip on my hand growing firmer. He's standing behind me, his chest pressed against my back so I can feel the heat of his body touching mine. The contact is quite intimate and makes my cheeks flush with embarrassment. Then I feel Elijah's magic enter my body. It's a gentle stream, not as strong as when he examined me for injuries a few days ago. Still, I can feel the magic coursing through my veins. Heck yeah! I'm gonna end up on Elijah's route at this rate. Again, I'm aiming for the harem ending, guys. I have no idea if that's such a thing, but I'm aiming for it. The feeling is so comforting that my body relaxes against Elijah's, leaning back against him more. Imagine 19 being young. When has it not been young? When has 19 not been young? You're not even 20 yet. That's still young. You're barely into adulthood. You're a young adult still. Nah, Celeste was just born on that specific plot-relevant day. It's not innuendos, oh my god. There's just a cute little cozy moment. So cozy. I hear a chuckle behind me, and Elijah lets go of my hand, taking a step back. No, don't take that pleasant feeling away from me. The loss is so poignant. I almost want to throw myself in Elijah's arms to feel his closeness again. Honestly, Celeste, get it. It's like his presence and magic have filled a hole in my soul that I didn't even know was there. Look, if Noah and Levi were destined to get together, surely Elijah has room in his heart, right? I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm a Levi girly. Why am I pushing for Elijah now? Now that the completeness is gone again, I feel hollow. You're quite susceptible to light magic, I must say. Elijah's smile brings me out of the haze I was left in by his magic. I blush a deep red. I realized I wanted... What exactly did I want just now? To throw myself at him. I barely know him, and it was only his magic making me feel drawn to him. Right? My sudden yearning for Elijah certainly has nothing to do with him, only his magic. I think. I'm sorry. Don't be sorry. You couldn't have done anything to control your reaction. Though I would like to know the source of your interest in my magic. Did you notice how my magic flowed through your body? I did notice. I noticed too much, even. Yes, I did. You must convince the golden bow to let you access its magic. Then, pull the power towards yourself and let it course through your body. Only by doing so will you be able to aim that magic with your arrow and strike the Demon Queen when the time comes. I use my staff as a way to store more magic. Even though I have magic of my own within my body, I can only use more powerful spells with the staff's help. Just like what you must do with the bow, I draw the magic of my staff into my body so I can release the power as bolts of light. The human body is a conduit for an artifact's magic. I'll try it out. Great. Now, regarding your pull towards my magic... Elijah takes my hand in his. For a moment, through our joined hands, I can feel the flow of his magic again. I lean it towards him. It's really peculiar how you're drawn to my power. I've never had such an affection for someone else's magic in anybody else. So this sort of thing doesn't happen often? Not at all. I'll ask some of the other priests about the matter. Maybe one of them will be able to shed light on the situation. In the meantime, there's something I'd like to ask of you. Instead of training, could you come to the priest wing tomorrow? I'd like to explain to you more about your duties as the Saintess of the Golden Bow. My duties? Yes. Did you think the only thing the Saintess has to do is defeat the Demon Queen? I understand that as the Saintess, I'm supposed to be a key player in the Lokari Empire politics. But with so little time before we leave on the quest, I don't want to start taking part in the politics of the country just yet. Voicing your opinion in court is only part of what it means to be the Saintess. The people of the Lokari Empire have been waiting for the processed heroine for 2 decades after all. Therefore, you're expected to show them you're a proper Saintess, so their hope for the Lokari Empire can continue and grow. Hope is such a fragile feeling. One has to take care of hope and nurture it. If the fire dies out... Elijah trails off, a faraway look of melancholy on his face. The expression makes me wonder what he's thinking of. I have no courage to ask, though. How should I show the common folk that I'm a proper Saintess? It would be best if I explained everything to you tomorrow. Come to my office at 9 in the morning. Bring the golden bow. Alright, I'll be there. After Elijah leaves, I return to practicing archery. I try to pull the bow's magic towards me like he instructed. but I can't replicate what the High Priest did. Even so, I keep trying. There's too much at stake for me to give up so easily. The next morning, I walk down the corridors of the palace towards the priest wing. Levi has been a tremendous help by showing me where the church's part of the building is located. Now turn right! How do you know where the priest wing is, Levi? I came here with another knight who was injured during training so we could get the priest to heal his wound. That makes sense. We should be close. We take another right. We take another turn right and walk down a corridor until we end up at the most impressive door in the hallway. This should be where the High Priest Elijah works. I'll wait for you by the door. Alright. I knock on the door and, after hearing a faint come in from the other side, I enter the lavishly decorated room. To the left, numerous cabinets support shelf upon shelf of thick-spined books, while a large painting hangs on the opposite wall. Oh my gosh, it's the other... I'm still not over how good, like, the priesthood and nunhood, I don't know correct terms, but goddamn, the church is hot. No wonder they let you marry in this universe. It'd be a crime not to. 3 people sit behind desks. To my left, a green-haired man is focused on some large stacks of papers. He looks up when I enter and gives me his gentle smile. His table is decorated with shiny crystals. Curious. To my right, a priestess with curly red hair looks up from the architectural plans for a huge building, upon which she's been drawing with red ink. Her face lights up with a bright smile. At the podium in the back is Elijah's desk. Welcome to our office, Saintess Celeste. That's the Saintess. I'm happy to finally meet you. I'm Meredith, Development Overseer, currently in charge of leading the construction of the cathedral in Solus. I didn't even know there was a cathedral being built in the capital. Further evidence of how little Celeste cares about anything other than hunting and horse riding. Welcome, Saintess. Oh, this is the old man voice, goddammit.
Welcome, Saintess.
Everyone's game is so hard and I'm just ruining all of them. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Welcome, Saintess. I'm Gareth, the financial administrator. Gareth,
sorry, throwing out my Gareth impression there. Gareth and Meredith are my trusted confidants. Together we take care of most important matters containing the Church of the God of Light. Pleased to meet you both. I'm Celeste Decaris, the Saintess of the Golden Bow. Today we'll talk about what it means to be the Saintess of the Golden Bow, and I'll show you some of your duties. We'll go to the east side of Solus. The journey will take around an hour. We'll be taking a carriage to get there. Meredith will accompany us. Oh, is this gonna be the scene? If you guys have looked at the Steam page, there's an image, like a CG image. I'm not going to spoil it in case it is this, but there's like an image of Elijah and Celeste as the banner, and it's so cute. And I was wondering when it was going to happen, so if it happens now, I will be very happy. I'll hop off at the cathedral construction site so I can perform my duties as the overseer there. What about Gareth?
We can't fully close the office because someone might have an important request for the High Priest. I'll stay here and take care of the piles of paperwork.
Gareth gestures.
My voice has changed because I didn't like Elijah trying to imitate me.
Gareth gestures the stacks of paper on his desk, but his gentleness doesn't change into a scowl. Maybe he likes working with documents? I've got something for you, Saintess. For me? Yes, here. Meredith takes a package from the shelf behind me and hands it to me, barely hiding her excitement. What is it? A proper outfit for the Saintess. Clothes? Oh! New outfit! Oh my god, new outfit! Oh my god. You can use my living room to get dressed. Elijah gestures to the door near the podium. Jesus, the deer's got in the room, guys, help! Gestures to the door near the podium on which his desk stands. Meredith walks towards the entrance. Puzzled, I follow her. We enter a cozy living room with beige and brown decor. Vegetation is even more plentiful here than in the office. Does the High Priest like plants? Ah, yes, he believes nature is a gift from God. That's why he surrounds himself with plants and takes good care of them. My voice has changed too, don't think about it too much. Do you not think the same way about plants? I believe everything that's around us has been created by the God of Light, but I don't attach special meaning to plants. For example, the cathedral we're building in Solus is a way for us, the faithful, to prove to God we're using the abilities he has given us so we can accomplish amazing things. The cathedral, once built, will be the largest building in the capital. It'll be proof of what we can achieve with our hands and minds. That sounds wonderful. Gareth, on the other hand, is enamored with the rarer and more beautiful creations of the God of Light, especially gems and jewels. That's why he surrounds himself with gleaming items, as you've seen on his table. Also, he's constantly looking to establish new crystal mines on behalf of the church. The crystal mines that belong to the church are the source of most of our wealth. So, to sum up, everyone in the church sees different creations of the God of Light as signs of his godhood. You can find your own way to worship God as well. I'm sorry, but I'm not particularly religious. You made me feel a lot of respect for worship. I feel like this would be like an affection down for Elijah. Or at the very least, this would at least be neutral. Made me feel a lot of respect for worship. Let's go! My intuition was right. Sorry, sometimes there's characters in games that are affiliated with like religious institutions, and even though they appear like they're cool with them, they actually resent them massively. Think like what's it? Little Goody Two Shoes, Lepkahin. So, like, even though she seems like she's fine with her role, but then you play her romancer and it turns out she really doesn't want to be part of the church. So I was like, please Elijah, please actually like your job. You've made me feel a lot of respect for the different kinds of worship. Oh shoot, didn't do it. Never thought there could be so much to having faith in the God of Light, aside from praying to him in the chapel. I've never been particularly religious on Earth, so I was never interested in following the religion of a fantasy world god. However, now I can see how faith in the God of Light is an important part of Elijah's, Meredith's, and Gareth's lives, all in different ways. I respect how devoted they are. I'm glad we can express our faith to you so well, Saintess. I'm sure you'll find your own best way to worship the God of Light. In the meantime, we'll continue showing you signs of our faith, leading you by example. But I've been talking way too much. The High Priest is waiting for us. Open the package, please. I ripped the package apart to reveal an outfit very similar to Meredith's, reminding me of a nun. You want me to wear this outfit? Yes, you're going with Elijah to the east side of Solus on behalf of the church. It will be a good sign to the people if you show up in public wearing an outfit befitting a Saintess. Alright, but what is it? I thought I wasn't part of the church, since I'm the Saintess. You're not, but this is about symbolism. Are you uncomfortable with wearing the outfit? No, it's okay. I'm just surprised. It's going to be fine. I'll help you get dressed. Meredith helps me put the outfit on, and we leave my hunting outfit behind in a neat pile on the armchair. Oh, look at her, she's so cute! Oh! Oh! Little, like, I think it's meant to be another purple gem. Purple gem, like, I love the way that the habit just, like, flows with her hair, it's so cute. And also the detail on like these parts. This is a new sprite. I definitely do not remember this bit. I remember we walked into the office, but I think it was in the previous version. I forgot the word version there for a sec. In the previous version, we walked in with Elijah and we talked with Elijah about, I forget specifically what it was, but we were talking to him about law-related stuff. So when it was like Meredith was like, "Oh, we've got another outfit for you. Come in the living room." I was like, new content, new sprite maybe. Oh, she looks so cute. Honestly, I have a feeling if you go down Elijah's route, this might chop a bit more. It's so cute. I look down at myself and feel like I'm finally starting to play the part of being the Saintess of the Golden Bow. I truly do look like a proper Saintess in this nun's robe. I think I now understand the symbolism of changing into a church outfit. After all, I'll be meeting people who need me to bring them hope. We leave Elijah's apartment and enter the office again. Oh, sorry. The poor man is so gobsmacked. Gareth doesn't seem to be into it, but Elijah's just like, he's 1 second away from getting down on one knee. Elijah's eyes widen when he sees me in the Saintess outfit. I blush, embarrassed by his scrutiny, and suddenly feel self-conscious. Do I look strange? No, you look wonderful. It'll be easier for you to get into the role of the Saintess this way. You'll soon see. Okay. Elijah picks up 2 large leather bags and gestures to the door. Oh, are we gonna be handing out like food and stuff? We're ready to go. We'll be back in the afternoon. Good luck with the paperwork, Gareth. I'll be okay. I've gone back to the wrong voice again. I can't fucking do. We leave the priest's office, making our way out of the palace. We board the carriage with a symbol of the sun on the side. Levi takes a spot next to the coachman at the front. I was wondering where he was gonna go. After half an hour of travelling, we stop in front of a large construction site. Meredith calls it her stop and hops out of the carriage. We continue travelling for another half an hour. We've reached the eastern gate. Excellent. Stop just beyond the gate. I want to get the Saintess a tour of Eastern Solace. Understood, sir. The carriage stops and Elijah opens the door. He walks out of the carriage and extends a hand to me to help me down as well. I take it and get out. When I see what Elijah has been so enigmatically been preparing for me, my mouth drops open. This is... Oh... You know, I'm gonna give props to transparent games here. Even in games, typically, where there's obviously wars running rampant, you don't, in Autonomy specifically, you don't usually get to see the lives of people who are so heavily affected by the war, and like you have these situations going on. But good. Dropped. I had a feeling it was coming. When he picked up like the leather bags. But goddamn. The land beyond the eastern wall slowly slopes down. As far as I can see from our vantage point, there's a sea of tents in various stages of disrepair. They're made of cloth of various colours, whatever kind of material their owners could get a hold. The area smells of unwashed bodies and excrements. What is this place? The Solace nobody speaks about. The war front is to the east, and it's moving towards the capital with each passing year. That means each year, some citizens of the Lokari Empire lose their homes in demon attacks. To save their lives, many travel to the capital in search of a better future. But there are so many refugees, and the capital is no place for them all. Right, I remember now. There was a scene in the previous versions of there being refugees trying to get an audience with the Queen for food, and Noah ends up giving them the food. I wonder if that's been changed to this now, or if we'll still get that scene later on. To see, the Empress has long forbidden war refugees from coming inside the walls. She doesn't want to hear their pleas. I guess a Noah scene's been cut then. It took me a long time to be able to negotiate with her to let the church's healers come to the slum 2 times a week so we can help the ones in most dire need. This is the truth behind the war. We have been holding on without the Saintess, but as you can see, this war is slowly becoming a losing battle. If you hadn't appeared as the Saintess in this decade, would we really be able to hold on another 10 years? Or would we lose all hope and eventually let the demons destroy us? Surely the Lokari Empire's army would never give up fighting. Without them holding the front, the demons would come to the capital, even further west. If you fight for a long time, only to slowly lose ground over and over again, it can be easy to lose faith. Elijah's voice sharpens, as if I've hit on a very personal emotion in his heart. Maybe I shouldn't voice any opinions on the matters of the Lokari Empire's war. I'm not really from this world after all, and I don't know much about the situation. But that doesn't mean I don't want to find out more. I want to help where I can. I understand the situation now. Thank you for bringing me here, Elijah. Oh my god, I didn't turn the music down. Oh, sorry. I had it turned up from when I was thinking with Yuki. Sorry. Also, your life is mine now. Your life is mine now. None less. None less! We had none Talia, now we have none less. God, I used to love my job, but now the new Saintess smells too much like fish. I cannot stand it. What did I do? What did I do? Too late. You warned him too late. His life is mine now. His life is mine now. And he has to... Staljo, you have to fund my gambling addiction. Your life is in my hands. Hand over all your money. How can I help these people? We'll go around the whole slum so we can present you to people. We'll stop to talk to everyone who wants to converse with us. It will take a few hours, but I want the word to go around that the Saintess of the Golden Bow is a real person who came here to make sure everyone knows she's ready to save them. Do you think you can live up to this role? Duh. The whole thing is here, I'm here to give hope. I can't suddenly say to you, like, no, I don't want to do this anymore. Yes, I'll do my best. It seems to me that you're confident in your role. That's good. We need you to put your heart into convincing everyone you're going to save them. Let's go then. I follow Elijah deeper into the slum. Levi steps close behind me, his hand on his sword. He's at attention in case something bad happens. We pass by several people with sunken cheeks, ashen skin, and hollow eyes. When I gaze upon the refugees, I finally understand what a rare commodity hope is amongst them. Hope won't feed them. It won't make their wounds close. It won't increase their living standards. But at the same time, when Elijah approaches a skinny, sickly woman and channels his holy magic through his staff, the release she feels after she becomes healthier again brings a smile to her lips and some light to her eyes.
Thank you, High Priest. The High Priest is here! The High Priest is here! Mom, are you feeling better now?
This is my daughter, I'll get a voice eventually, give me a second. This is my daughter. I am sorry. She's very energetic. It's great that your daughter can still be cheerful despite the environment she's growing up in. Yes, it's wonderful how children can adapt to even the worst situations. I gave birth to her here. Oh no. Are you... perhaps... is your name Cherry? Wait, Levi backstory? Yes. And you are? Levi. Oh my lord, you've grown so much! Do you two know each other? Yes, we grew up in the same village. Cherry is 8 years older than me, so even though we played together as friends, really she was more like an older sister to me. She warned me not to climb high trees, looked after me whenever I did it anyway, and fell and cried. You were quite the rowdy child, Heidi, as a child. I like to test my own limits. I would say I was curious. But that means that Levi's village was destroyed in a demon attack. Yes, our homes got burnt down by demons. So this is your daughter then, Cherry? Yes, my precious Lily. Lily, she looks so much like you did when you were a child. That's why I thought I might know you. She really does have my face, doesn't she? Lily runs up to me and tugs at the bottom of my skirt.
Who are you? I've never seen you before. Are you a new nun?
I kneel down in front of the girl to put my face level with hers. I'm the Saintess of the Golden Bow.
The Saintess? Well, the Saintess is just a myth. She's not real. That's what Mom said, and Mom is no liar.
Lily, I'm very much real. I pull the golden bow off of my back and show the artifact to the girl. This is the golden bow. Only I can wield it. Or so it seems.
Will you defeat the Demon Queen with it?
That's the plan.
Mom says if the Demon Queen is ever defeated, we can go back home to rebuild the village she comes from.
Then you have something great to look forward to. Will it really be something great? Yes, you're going to see a world that's much more beautiful than the place you live in now. Vast valleys, lush forests, wide blue skies. Oh, that was Lily, sorry.
I only ever heard about valleys and forests from the adults.
Soon you'll hopefully be able to see them for yourself. Isn't that exciting?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, Saintess. I think it's difficult to be excited about experiencing things you've never seen before. She pulls the child close to her and pats the girl's head. Once we travel back to the ruins of my village, she's going to see so many wonderful sights. I'll pray for you, Saintess. I want you to have the strength to defeat the Demon Queen. Thank you. Elijah nods at me. I follow him through the slums, away from the girl and her mother. At some point, someone grabs the skirt of my dress from behind and yanks. Immediately, Levi draws his sword, and my hand goes to the golden bow. I turn around only to see a man without a leg. He smiles, showing his mouth devoid of teeth. He doesn't look dangerous, so I gesture at Levi to stand down. Can the pretty nun heal me too? I don't know why I gave him that voice, I'll be real with you. We can't make what is already lost grow back. Damn, I thought as much, but it was worth a shot. I kneel in front of the man once he's let go of my dress. I wouldn't be able to heal you anyway. I have no healing powers. You don't? I thought all nuns and priests can heal. I'm neither a nun nor a priest. Why'd you wear a nun outfit then? I glance over at Elijah and he nods at me. Having him and Levi here as support gives me confidence. See the weapon on my back? That's the golden bow. No way! The man's loud exclamation gets the attention of other people in the nearby area. Men, women, and children approach us. I feel the burden of what I'm going to say, but I want to bring some hope to these people. Who'll let you take the golden bow, my pretty lady? The golden bow has chosen me to be the Saintess. I've been carrying the artifact on my back ever since. The Saintess of the golden bow? The Saintess?
The Saintess?
A wave of whispers go through the crowd behind my back. A crowd. Now that I turn around, I see just how many people have gathered. Do they all live in the nearby tents? There must be a few dozen refugees wanting to listen to what I have to say. I swallow hard. Yes, I'm the Saintess of the golden bow. People gasp. The one-legged man yanks on my sleeve to get my attention. There's more light in his eyes now that he knows. Words can come out eventually. There's more light in his eyes now that he's heard who I am. Good. You want us to believe the Saintess came down to the slums out of all places? The High Priest informed me you might want to see me. I didn't know about Eastern Solace, but the High Priest has shown me your situation. I may not be able to do as much as he can manage. I cannot heal you. I don't have such power. But I want all of you to know. The Golden Bow has really chosen its Saintess. I'm the Saintess, and I'll do everything in my power to defeat the Demon Queen and end the war. The crowd behind me cheers and pushes closer to me. Move out of the way! I want to see the Saintess! I want to take a good look at her too. I want to see if she's real. I hear Levi take out his sword, but Elijah puts a hand on his arm, shaking his head. Please stop trying to get closer. You're making the Saintess uncomfortable. But people still try to push in closer to me. Elijah looks at my panicked expression and sighs. I expected this might happen. And you didn't tell me it could? Don't you want to bring hope to people, regardless of their expiration? Desperation? Expiration? Desperation? See how lively they all became? Word that the Saintess has come to the slums will spread far and wide now. But the situation is dangerous. Levi and I will protect you. So let's just go to another area and let more commoners see you. Do you really think that's a good idea? As I said, we'll protect you. But these people have to gain hope somehow. I learned long ago that my own presence and healing cannot keep the flame of hope burning in their hearts. No matter what I do to keep their will alive, it's not enough. I feel like there's more to the story that Elijah is not telling me. He takes me by the hand and leads me to another area of the slums. Hi, Sir Mole! I smell Yuri then between the evil and the bow. That would be nice. Also, the voice acting feels like it's from the game. It's beautiful. Oh, thank you! Thank you very much. I appreciate that. You have a good time too, Sir Mole. Oh, Sir Straw as well. Hi. Mentally, I always ship the mob. I know other men! Why am I also limited only to Mabu? Why am I not shipped with Yuki or Latte? Or I would say sorry because I don't know if she's comfortable with that. I feel like there's more to the story that Elijah's not telling me. He takes me by the hand and leads me to another area of the slums. At some point, people stop following us. When we arrive at another part of the slums, I repeat my big revelation about becoming the Saintess of the Golden Bow. Refugees act much the same no matter where we go. We're exhausted when Elijah finally says we've done enough. We stop at an area with a few dozen cots, all filled with patients. Between the cots, more people lie on bedrolls on the ground. The injured groan and cry in pain. It's a cacophony of despair that tears at my soul. This is the main field hospital. Healers run around, tending to the wounded, but one glance tells me there aren't enough priests and nuns to heal all the injuries right away. Elijah stares at the scene in front of us with a look that tells me nothing about his thoughts. Elijah, what do you think about Eastern Solace? It's a cauldron of those who are desperate to live, and those who have given up already. This place swallows you whole when you take a foot inside, and then once you become part of it, it never lets you go. I may have brought you here to reignite the hope in the hearts of these people, but be mindful not to become too attached to these individuals. Attachment in such a place will bring you nothing but pain. Elijah's expression becomes even colder. He walks towards the first person on a cot and, after a cursory glance, puts his staff to the patient's stomach. The injured man's whole body shines with healing light. He lets out a groan of relief. I walk towards Elijah, even though he told me not to get too attached to the individuals here. Attachment is not the same as caring, is it? I care about all the people in Eastern Solace. I'm just not supposed to single them out as individuals, because then when they die, I will suffer. That's what Elijah wanted to teach me, right? You've been helping out in Eastern Solace for a long time, have you not? Not that long, only since I became the High Priest. 2 years, and it feels like I spent decades here. Oh, so he's 20! We have an age! Just had to wait a few scenes. So Elijah's 20 years old. Honestly, not that surprised. He gives the vibes of a 20-year-old, if that makes any sort of sense. Thank you for bringing me here, Elijah. I'll do as you said. I'll be the beacon of hope for these people. For as long as you have strength to help, please do so. Just be mindful your dedication doesn't burn brightly enough to cause pain. Leaving me confused, he moves on to the next patient and heals him. And so I do the same. I walk up to each and every of those men and women and tell them I'm the Saintess, and then I'll defeat the Demon Queen. Even though sometimes I find it hard to look at the patients, with their burned bodies and mutilated limbs, I continue on, following Elijah around the field hospital. It's the only thing I can do for these people. Be their ray of hope. At the end of the day, I almost can't stay standing on my feet. We travel back to the palace in silence. The sun sets by the time we arrive. Elijah nods at me and Levi and turns to leave without a word. Elijah! I'm looking forward to going with you to Eastern Solace next week. I'm glad. With that reply, he turns and walks away from us. Bringing hope to everyone is a heavy burden to carry, but I want to embrace being the Saintess. Okay, that's enough for today. I can't overdo it or else I won't have the strength to train tomorrow. Wow, that line came out bad. I do a few stretches, grab my bow and make my way back to my room. I could go to the palace garden first to get some fresh air. Ooh, okay. Okay, I think this is one of those, like, path diverging things. Oh, okay. I feel like if we pick visit the garden, we're gonna run into Noah. And if we pick go straight home, we might run into... Can I go back? Oh, I can. Oh, I can go back. I can save. I can save. Let's go. Okay, I'm going for the Levi route, so I'm gonna try go straight home, and if we don't run into Levi, then I'm gonna, yeah. No, it was not! No! Okay, visit the garden. Okay, we'll maybe we'll see something else. Maybe we'll see something else. Okay, so the other one was Noah, but we're not at Noah's now. We're hopefully this is the Levi route. Oh, it's George. Wait, okay. Actually, I'm gonna go back because if this is the scene that I think it is, that's the scene where George says he will give us etiquette lessons, and unfortunately, George is not a love interest as badly as I wish he could be. I'm sorry, George. I wish I could romance you, but I've got to focus on who I can right now. Welcome in, Zero. I gotta basically down. We'll just watch the VOD later for what I missed, and just want to context now. Yeah, it's not been. This is where the story's really starting to like divert. What's it? At the training ground, Elijah's magic made us hot. And then break for the night. Visit him the next day. We got a nun outfit from another nun. We went to the slums, saw the ravages of war. And now we're apparently gonna go have a scene with Noah. Haha. As I returned to my room, I'm again faced with an unexpected encounter.
Celeste, fancy running into you again.
I fear I can't say the same, Your Highness.
And here I was, waiting for the opportunity to apologize to you.
Apologize?
Quite unexpected of me, isn't it?
I know I'm an asshole.
See, I've been working on myself. I've been going to therapy, Celeste. I've learned to embrace my flaws and ensure that Natalia's never actually been to fucking therapy, so she doesn't exactly know how it goes, but you know, something about self-realization.
Well, I'm glad you finally changed your mind about teasing me, Your Highness.
About teasing you? You mean the way I'm keeping you on your toes? We both know that's quite entertaining for both of us.
No way.
But no, I wanted to say sorry about the other day in the garden. I was overly dramatic.
Aren't you always?
You could say that. Still, we can certainly agree that putting a sword to your throat is on another level than our usual conversations, or even the way I act towards Mother.
Should I give you two some privacy?
Yeah, you don't have to, Tariq. I don't think I properly introduced you to Celeste.
She's the head of the palace guards, isn't she?
That's not what I mean. Tariq is also like a mother to me. She's been my personal guard since I was little, before I promoted her to be my right hand, the person who keeps order in the palace on my behalf.
It always warms my heart when you speak so highly of me.
How could I not? You've always supported me, even when I had nobody to rely on.
With Noah's antagonistic attitude towards his mother, I suppose he values found family more than Blood relations. Blood relations. What do you think about your father? It's inappropriate to ask. Ooh. I'm curious for the law, but I'm also like, would he, would, It's inappropriate to ask. No! It's fine, I'm not on a Noah run. I'm not on a Noah run. No, it's better not to ask. It might be a touchy subject, considering the strained relationship between Noah and his mother. I think about my own difficult situation with Celeste's father. I wouldn't want anyone to ask me about him.
Is there something on your mind?
No, it's nothing important. Being part of the royal family must be difficult. I can't even imagine carrying such a heavy burden on my shoulders.
I think the burden you carry as a Saintess is also heavy.
I suppose that's true.
Celeste, I may sometimes be overly dramatic, impulsive even. It's just the way I deal with the world. But that doesn't mean I'm not sincere when I apologize to you. I really am sorry for the other day. I didn't mean to scare you.
You put a sword in my throat, what do you mean? It's okay, I'm not too angry about it anymore, I say as I seethe inside.
But you are still a little angry. A little. Very well. I can accept that. I often find that anger is a great source of motivation to drive on forward. I hope you will use that energy well.
Live in spite. Live to spite those who have wronged you. Funny, like an opinion-based psychological MRI. Oh, neat.
Just don't go overboard with being mad at me. I wouldn't want your anger to turn into resentment.
Alright. Noah and Tariq escort me to my family's apartment, where we say our goodbyes. We're back in Eurydice!
Is your training going well?
In the evening, Eurydice comes by my room. I'm happy to have her company. Not really. I let out a long sigh and tell Eurydice about my training. I don't understand what the High Priest means about accessing the Golden Bow's magic. Every time I try to think about the artifact letting me share in some godly power, nothing happens. It's frustrating. Our light just showed me how it can feel to receive the magic, but I can't reproduce the result. I have no affinity for magic. I don't understand what to do.
Sorry. The twin moment there. Don't pressure yourself so much. It's only been a few days since you even found out how light magic is used.
You're right. I should be more patient. I'm just annoyed because the golden bow is so clunky in its design that aiming is hard as well. I glare at the offending object, which rests next to my bed. It's like the golden bow is actively resisting me.
I don't think that's possible.
I'm sorry, Eurydice. Elijah said the golden bow is semi-sentient.
Well, it did have the will to choose a saint. I always thought choosing was all it could do, though, except for killing the Demon Queen and acting as a normal weapon.
The golden bow is a mystery, that's for sure.
You should take some time out to relax.
I can't, not when I know I have so little time to train.
You're not going to be any good at learning how to wield the bow if you just train constantly. The human body and mind have to take breaks from time to time. I know what we should do. Lady Penelope is organizing a tea party on the terrace outside the throne room in 3 days.
Who is Lady Penelope?
The Duchess of Ventus.
Sorry. No, sorry. I should... Betty. I look through Celeste's memories, but I come up with no information about the Duchess or Ventus. I have no idea whom you're talking about.
You sat next to her during the last ball.
I find myself going pale and red. Duchess Penelope was the one who wanted me to embarrass myself further during dinner. That's not a good idea then. I don't want to go to her party. Tea party? No, definitely not.
The Duchy of Ventus is known for its lavender fields and beautiful gardens. They also make the best honey in the Empire. Now that you're the Saintess, the Duchess invited us to her tea party. Many other important people will be there too.
All the more reason I shouldn't go.
Please, Lady Letitia asked me to convince you to come.
Viscountess Letitia is a friend of Eurydice. Her family I know. They own vast fields, and the people working for them produce the majority of grain in the Empire. Letitia is kind and compassionate. She took Eurydice into her entourage 2 years ago, elevating Eurydice's status in society.
Lady Letitia said that now you have such a high standing in society, you should take part in the politics of the Empire more often, Celeste. You're going on the quest now, but once you return home, you will still be the Saintess. You have the chance to be very influential if you use your opportunities correctly. Nothing bad will happen with myself and Lady Letitia around. Please, Celeste.
When Eurydice begs me like this, I find her pleas hard to refuse. I don't want to go, but she has a point. I am planning to survive the mission. That fact means I'll have a future life beyond just fighting against the Demon Queen. I will return to the palace, and then I'll have to hone my manners. I don't want to end up an important player in the politics of the Empire, but I also don't want to become an embarrassment to both myself and my sister. Think of it this way. The higher your status is, the better chance your sister has of getting that guy she's thinking about. Because that's the thing. That is a thing, is how, depending on how high in society the people you're related to are, that therefore will bolster the marriage prospects or the just business prospects as well of your family. Because they're like, oh yes, we're working with someone important. Or I'm married into a family of someone important. Ooh. Alright, I'll go. With a heavy heart, I agreed to Eurydice's request.
Really?
Yes, really. Don't ask me again or I might change my mind. Eurydice grabs my hands and jumps up and down squealing. No, you're the one not acting like a noble lady.
Oh, come on. Don't pretend like you care about acting prim and proper now. Thank you, Celeste.
I have a bad feeling about the tea party. Now that I've agreed to go through, I'll have to keep my word and do so no matter what. Aim and release. I spend the next 2 days practicing archery with a renewed purpose. The threat of the Demon Queen's army feels more real to me after having witnessed the plight of the refugees in Eastern Solis. The war isn't just part of a story anymore. It's really happening. Ugh! I miss. Again. The Golden Bow doesn't want to listen to me. I feel like it's actively fighting me. Aim and... The idea is ridiculous though, isn't it? It's just a bow with magic. It couldn't really be sentient like Elijah said. Or could it? It technically belongs to the God of Light, so like, maybe it is. Release. Yet I'm living in a fantasy world, so isn't everything theoretically possible? I know there are some bounds to magic, but I haven't been thoroughly trained on the topic, so I'm not sure of the specifics. I miss again. Stupid bow. Even so, I don't give up. I aim and shoot again. I miss again and again. Sometimes I hit the target, only to miss over and over again once more. Ouch, ouch, ouch! At some point, I pull the bowstring wrong, probably because I'm tired from making arrows fly like crazy over the past few days, and it slaps my arm. My forearm looks terrible. There's a long cut there, and when I touch the skin around the bleeding wound, I feel even more pain. This is going to bruise. I try the bow again, but the pain is too much for me to handle. I can't continue with the practice like this, and I'll bleed out if no first aid is applied. Come to think of it, even if I do get this bandaged, I still won't be able to practice. Wielding the bow will hurt too much. I need magical healing as well. Healing magic is still a strange concept to me as someone from Earth, yet holy magic would indeed close the wound quickly and allow me to continue my training. I look around, trying to find Levi. Levi! Can we get an affection moment with you two, please? I want to kiss you, please. I see him engaged in mock combat with one of the other knights. Tell him, obviously. My guy, let me kiss you on the cheek again, please. I approach Levi. The fight stops when I come close, and Levi and his opponent bow to each other. Is something wrong, my lady? I extend my injured arm to him. You're bleeding, and your arm is swollen. I'd love to say everything's fine, but this wound hurts a lot. We should find a healer. But first, let's administer some first aid. Levi throws himself into action. running over to the nearby barracks and returning a few minutes later with a jug of water and a clean cloth. Sit down, please. I sit with my back to the building and raise my arm towards Levi. He takes my hand and looks at the wound, angling my arm left and right. You should really stop practicing for a while. You know I can't. We're leaving for the quest soon. I need to be ready to defeat the Demon Queen. Then there's nothing else we can do except rely on magic to heal you quickly. But first... This is going to sting. Levi puts the cloth into the jug and taps my wound. Ouch! He cleans my injury and then bandages my arm with another dry cloth. Good. That'll do. Let's go to the priest wing now to heal it fully. I follow behind Levi, who's outpacing me with his long strides. He notices I'm not quite keeping up with him and slows down. It feels good to have someone care so much about my pain. We follow the long corridors of the palace to the priest wing. The healer's room is here. Just as Levi is about to open the door, Gareth comes out of the room. He quickly halts before colliding with Levi. Ha! I'm sorry, Priest Gareth. No, it's quite alright. I should pay more attention to my surroundings. But I was thinking about how much paperwork I have to do today. Yes, my voice has changed again. The pile of documents is never ending. Yes, as much as I enjoy the work, I feel like the constant stream of pleas and reports never stops. This time, a large group of refugees came to Solace beyond the wall. The Crown doesn't care about registering migration, hasn't for years, but Elijah does, and so the church has to keep track of every citizen who arrives in Eastern Solace. And by the church, I mean me. Then every refugee is allowed to submit requests to the church, and there are priests in the field responsible for writing the pleas down. Those requests end up at my desk as well. But you didn't come here to listen to me complain about my job. What brings you two to the priest's wing and the healer's room at that? My lady, she injured her arm. I take a step closer to Gareth and show him my forearm. Oh my, too much archery practice. I might have overdone it with shooting the bow, but since the date we'll leave for the quest is fast approaching, I don't have the luxury of pacing myself with my training. So you want me to heal your arm with the full knowledge that you'll immediately return to working on your archery skills and probably injure your forearm again. As your healer, I would advise restraint. Despite his reservations, Gareth takes my arm. Sorry. It's Gareth. This is Gareth. Gareth the Green. We love Gareth the Green. He's also very pretty. I want to braid his hair. He sounds like half Deku. Levi's meant to be. Despite his reservations, Gareth takes my hand in his gently. An aura of white surrounds my injured arm. Gareth's magic is much cooler to the touch than the warmth I've come to expect from Elijah's magic, but the feel of his power is not unpleasant. There. Please don't overdo the practice again. Thank you. I need to return to my desk. If there's anything else you need, I'm sure the other priests can assist you. Alright. Thank you so much for your help. No problem at all. Be sure to pay the offering for the healing, though. The offering? You may be the Saintess, but healing in the Lokari Empire is not free. That's how the church's expenses are funded, so please pay the price for our services. Alright, I will. Good. What is that sprite? That's a bit ominous. Gareth, please. Please, you're looking like you're about to go sadistic mode. I do love me some money. Gareth walks away. Once he's out of earshot, I turn to Levi. I'm confused. About what? I can't help but remember how freely Elijah used his powers in his healing powers in Souls Beyond the Wall. Priest Gareth is a kind man, but he is also very diligent when it comes to church matters. I wouldn't assign his request for payment any special meaning. He's simply treating you like he would anybody else he healed. The church is funded by their investment in the gem mines, as well as by the people's offerings. Without those two supporting pillars, the church would not function well enough to provide healing or sermons. I suppose I should really follow the order of things then. I'll tell Linda to bring some of the pocket money I got from Father to the healings room. It would be proper to pay for the healing, yes. Do commoners have to pay as well? Yes, and sometimes they don't have enough money to do so, but the rules are what they are. That sounds cruel. Life isn't exactly fair, don't you think? Why would you say that? Some are born nobles, others commoners. Some lose their families in the war, others live peacefully as if it doesn't exist. There's no equality. Everyone has different circumstances, and yet all have to make the best of what fate gives them. I see. We walk back to the apartment. I spend the rest of the day conversing with Eurydice, but my thoughts wander to my conversation with Levi. Am I really happy to be Celeste Icarus? The next day comes, and it's time for Duchess Penelope's tea party. I almost want to pretend I have forgotten about the occasion, especially when Eurydice and Linda waltz into my room to get me ready for the outing. The tea party is a more informal affair than a ball or an audience with the Empress, so I opt for a more modest dress. Ooh! Ooh! Pretty tea party! Ooh! Oh my god, they got muffins and tarts and little... Are those cheesecake slices or just regular cake? I don't know, but it all looks very pretty. I'll give you that, Penelope. Well done. We arrive at the terrace outside of the throne room just in time for the event. Tables are set up and laden with so many kinds of colourful cakes that my mouth waters. If only I wasn't a noble lady. I'm supposed to mind my manners and eat daintily. Otherwise I would have taken a full cake of each flavour all for myself. Considering how physically demanding archery training was, I could use some extra calories anyway. Ah, there she is.
That's Duchess Penelope. Let's approach and greet her.
The war is I forgot what voice I gave her, goddammit.
The war is nothing. It's so far away and doesn't concern those of us who are in the capital. Why should we worry about something that will never bother us?
You're right, Lady Penelope.
Are the demons even real?
I hold back a long sigh. Listening to Duchess Penelope only makes me side even more firmly with George's beliefs. He isn't here today, though. This tea party seems to be a women-only event. Even if it weren't, though, I doubt Penelope would have invited her nemesis to her private gathering.
I mean, have any of us ever seen a demon? Or if they're nothing more than a myth?
Eurydice gives me a look, clearly telling me to hold back my comments. Yet I can't stand by and listen to the Duchess's stupidity any longer. I have, you know.
Have what?
I've seen a demon. Penelope looks between me and Eurydice. Her cruel smile from the night of the ball returns, and my blood freezes in my veins.
Well, if it isn't the daughters of Count Icarus, Eurydice and the Saintess. Celeste, was it?
That's right.
Hello, Lady Penelope. Thank you for inviting us to your tea party. I thought it would be entertaining if we got to talk to the Saintess, considering her reputation. So tell me, Lady Celeste, what makes you claim the demons are real?
It's because I fought against one. It had long claws, leathery wings, and a scorpion tail. Duke George confirmed that it was an imp. That must have happened if we'd have gone to the garden first.
Oh, did he now?
Yes, and if demons weren't real like you're saying, why would the war have gone on for so long? Why would people have waited for the Saintess to come for 20 years? It's because nobody else but the Saintess can defeat the Demon Queen. So the soldiers have to continue standing their ground against the demons until I'm able to defeat the fiend. If, as you suggest, money is pulled from supporting the war effort, don't you think wave after wave of demons will close in on the capital, eventually sweeping you and your followers' comfortable lives away?
Who are you to tell me what I should believe, and how I should lead my political faction?
Oh gosh. Oh god, voices are hard. Hmm. DM the tree is not my true beloved. Oh, this guy looks like a walking rug. No, I mean, damn, that's one hell of a way to drag on Penelope. Okay, I'm still struggling here. Alright, that's enough for now. I don't know why I'm singing. How about we get the tea party properly started? A lady with a braid of long orange hair interrupts us. Eurydice seems relieved at the sight of her. She must be Viscountess Letitia. Lady Penelope huffs. She walks over to one of the cake tables. When she turns around again, she claps her hand and has a pleasant smile on her face. She has a smile on her face that could almost be considered pleasant.
As suggested by our gratuitous guest, Viscount Letitia, let's get the tea party started. I'm so looking forward to the shortcake. The atmosphere changes instantly. Excited chatter ensues as the ladies make their way over to the cake, taking a little bit onto each of their plates. Servants are nearby, but we're supposed to choose cakes for ourselves today. Eurydice sits down with Lady Letitia's entourage. I'm not sure where I should sit. I don't recognize anybody else except my sister and her favorite lady. Sit down with us. Relief washes over. Oh shoot! I turned the music up. Relief washes over me. I take a seat next to Eurydice. There's one more free seat next to me, but nobody takes it. Amongst small talk, we dig into the cake. The talks at Viscountess Letitia's table is much more pleasant than any conversation with Lady Penelope. I relax. At some point, Lady Letitia gives me a pointed look. You really should be more careful about what you're saying, Lady Celeste, for your own good. But what Duchess Penelope said was just stupid. The other ladies give me startled looks. Letitia lets out a long sigh. That's what I'm talking about. It's fine to have your own opinion. Nobody will force you to agree with her. But you're the Saintess now, an important person in the political climate of the Locardi Empire. You may not feel like your role has changed, especially since your reputation still follows you. However, people are... Please don't come back up to this scene. I swear to God, this is horrible. I apologize to whoever created Letitia. I am so sorry. However, people are listening carefully to everything you say or do. You're a public figure now. I'm sorry that I'm so inadequate. Duchess Penelope doesn't believe the war is important. Duke George has the opposite opinion. If you wish, you may formally join the side of either of them, or you may choose to stay politically neutral like I am. You focus on the quest to defeat the Demon Queen now, but at a time will come when you return from your journey, and you will still be the Saintess. Think carefully of what you want to do. Right. It may be that the demon army will... Sorry, I forgot I was training for the opera. It may be that the demon army will disperse once their leader is slain, or we may have to fight the remaining demon horns for decades to come. The debate between Penelope and George may become unimportant, or it may grow into the most heated topic in the court. Be mindful of what impact your rights have and choose them wisely. Thank you for your advice. The Viscountess has really given me something to think about for the future. I've been so focused on my training that I haven't thoroughly considered the politics of my situation. Lady Letitia is right, though. The Saintess is more than just a tool to end the war. I'll think carefully about what you said. The times I don't sing Utah. We are revolting children living in revolting time. What's with the long faces? Someone slides into the seat next to me. A man. What's a man doing in an all-girls party? I knew it would be you! You're the only person who could get away with this. I can't believe you got away with this. I turn around to see Noah sitting next to me with a wide grin on his face. You haven't put me in enough of the videos, Natalia. I'm come back.
Noah, what are you doing here? Don't get too possessed by the spirit of Kumo.
taking a break from work and decided to go for a walk in the gardens. I saw you having a fun tea party, so I figured I'd crash it.
Just like that? You figured you'd crash it? There's no lava rocks here, mate.
Perks of being the crown prince. This table is talking about such serious matters, though. Why don't you ladies enjoy yourselves more? Especially you, Celeste. I hear you're training really hard.
I am.
That... God, this is really awful. Why did I ever think Kumo's voice would be suitable for the Playboy? That's good. I like women who know their way around weapons.
I blushed at the implication of what Noah just said. He's flirting with me again, making me embarrassed. And this time he's doing it in front of a table full of wide-eyed noblewomen. Noah? Why are you teasing me so much?
Why?
Please stop teasing me. It's really bothering me. You're sending the wrong signals, acting like you're really interested in me. You don't know me enough to be so casual with me. I shouldn't be this casual with him either, but his words set the tone for this exchange, and now I can't hold back the bite from my voice.
What if I have a good reason for teasing you?
What good reason?
I rather enjoy seeing you both blushing and mad. You're a great distraction from organizing the party for our quest. Besides, you know I can be serious when needed.
I can't help but feel mad regardless. I don't want to be your distraction. Please stop teasing me. Noah throws his head back and laughs.
There you are, getting all mad and flustered. Oh god. And there you are, getting all mad and flustered again. That shade of blushing pink looks lovely on your face.
Noah! Penelope's coming over. Thank you, Penelope. Kick his ass out.
Prince Noah, this is supposed to be a women-only tea party.
Duchess Penelope approaches us with a frown on her face.
I've had my fill of Celeste's expressions anyway, so I'll be going.
Noah, people will get the wrong idea.
Have you ever seen me care about what the court says about me?
I hadn't. They called him the Mad Prince, though, and he was really living up to his name right now.
Bye, Celeste. Good luck on the training. Goodbye, ladies. The cake was excellent.
He managed to snag a bite of cake during our conversation, and now he loads a bunch of cakes onto a plate before finally walking off. No, take me with you, I want to eat more cake. I wish I could act with so much freedom, yet Lady Letitia just told me I can't act how Noah does. A shame, really.
That was, let's continue the tea party.
As the party continues, I notice the ladies from Penelope's entourage whispering behind my back whenever they think I can't hear. Or maybe they don't care if I can hear them. Have you seen the way she acts around Prince Noah? Could it be that there's something between them? I've seen her with High Priest Elijah a few times. You don't think she's going after a man of faith, do you? My servants gossip about her knight being in love with her. Oh, what a shameful thing. I let out a long sigh and returned to Letitia's table. The ladies there already asked me about my relationship with Noah, but without any presumptions about its nature. I'd love for all the noble ladies to be that kind. Why? He's a girl. No, he's not a girl. That's Kumo. And that's my Kumo voice. And Kumo is 4 years old. I resonate with him? No, do not resonate with him. I do not need you resonating with him. For the rest of the tea party, I focus on not embarrassing myself any further. 4 days later, while I'm hanging out in the living room of our apartment, Eurydice approaches me with a spring in her step.
Celeste, we've received invitations to another ball.
Oh no, not another one of those painful social gatherings.
Look!
Eurydice hands me an envelope with a royal seal. The Empress's seal?
Yes, those envelopes are inside a bigger one. The Empress formally invited Father, myself, and you to a ball tomorrow evening.
Tomorrow?
Yes, aren't you excited?
Not at all.
Aw, Celeste, don't be so dour. I'm sure the ball will be beautiful with good food, amazing music, and interesting conversations.
You know I hate any kind of gathering of nobles. Can I refuse the invitation?
No, you can't. I'm sorry, but not attending when you got a formal invitation from the Empress could anger her.
I don't want to antagonize the Empress. It's just that... What am I supposed to do about my lack of etiquette knowledge? I'm not going to suddenly get a lot better at those skills by tomorrow evening. With all my archery practice, I've had no time to worry about learning to be a proper noble. There's a knock at the door. Paul Eurydice's Knight opens it. Hey! Oh, so the brown and blue is kind of standard for our personal knights, I see. A messenger from Duke George has arrived for Lady Celeste.
From Duke George?
I bring word that my master, I bring word that my master, Lord George, Duke of Rodwell, would like to see Lady Celeste in 2 hours at the Royal Conservatory. Duke George wants to see me? Yes, that's right. I'm supposed to come back with a reply, my lady. I'll see His Grace. Thank you. I'll relay the information immediately. The messenger leaves. When the door closes, Eurydice turns to me. Her eyes are sparkling with curiosity. What's going on between Duke George and you? Nothing. I'm as clueless as you are. We didn't speak much so far. He's a kind man, but I know very little about him. Duke George? Kind? He's always come off to me as a cold and very closed-off person. Huh? That's not how he acted towards me. How curious. I wonder what he wants from me this time. No way to find out except going to see him, I suppose. I'll call Linda and let you get ready in peace. And I'll send word that we're going to the ball. If we must. I'm afraid we have to. Alright then, do your worst. Laughing, Eurydice walks off to her room, and I enter mine. Oh, we're in the pretty dress again! We're in the pretty flower dress again, let's go! I love this dress so much. Linda spends the next 2 hours getting me ready to meet Duke George. It's almost like preparing for a ball, considering I've been summoned by someone so important. All the while, I continue to wonder why George wants to see me. When I arrive at the conservatory... I'm sorry, but I saw the conservatory and immediately, it's like, I don't know how many people have been to conservatories or greenhouses before, or just like any sort of like place where it's a fully glass building with plants in it, but I just got whacked. I've just got like mentally whacked by the humidity. I don't know why. But I just somehow got even hotter than I already was. When I arrive at the conservatory, I'm in awe of the splendor of the large glass building. Plants I've seen only in books on the kingdom of Durandal. Oh my god. Sorry, 1 second. It's okay. It's okay. We're okay. We're fine. We're fine. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay. I've been to certain greenhouses. Why the emphasis on green? Why the emphasis on green? What does that mean? What does that mean? Plants I've only seen in books on the kingdom of Durandal fill out the greenhouse alongside nature from the Lokari Empire. In the middle of the room is the Duke of the North, and oh my god, can I kiss you? I mean, what? In the middle of the room, a table is laden with foods of all kinds. George stands in front of it with a kind smile on his lips. Shoot, I forgot what voice I gave him again. Did I give him the French? I don't remember if it was him or the king that I gave the French. Well, too bad, George, you're French now. Welcome, Lady Celeste. Your Grace? What is the occasion? I take another look around. That's enough food for a party. Where's everyone else? There's only one servant in attendance, standing by the glass wall, trying to be as inconspicuous as possible. Levi takes a spot next to him. There will be nobody else coming. It'll just be you and I. I haven't eaten lunch yet, so I thought I'd like to partake in the meal with you. This does not sound French at all. Oh my god. You want to eat with me? Yes, that's right. I would like to go even further. I have a proposal for you. I'd like to offer you a private etiquette lesson. You... what? I noticed your lack of proper table manners during the last ball. I can't fix your lack of knowledge in one sitting, but I'd at least like to help prevent you from getting embarrassed in front of the court. But why would you want to help me? Perhaps I have an interest in you. I would like you to feel better in your skin as a noble lady. An interest? Levi in the back seething. What kind of interest? Nothing suspicious, I assure you. Now, will you accept my offer of help? George is offering me exactly what I need right now. With tomorrow's ball coming up, I'm already stressed about my guaranteed poor performance at the table. If he can make me feel more at ease during the ball, maybe I'll actually be able to tolerate the social gathering. On the other hand, Eurydice warned me that George isn't usually kind, and should I accept his offer, I will end up indebted to the Duke. Ooh, 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 ooh. You know what? What could possibly go wrong? Alright, I accept your kindness. Good. Have a seat, please. He pulls out a chair for me. I sit down at the table and give the food a good look. I notice George glancing at my hands. The first matter to address is that you should remove your gloves when eating. Is that so? I didn't know. Yes, it's impolite to partake in an official meal with gloves on. George also takes off his gloves. What is it? Celeste, please tell me you're not freaking out over the side of his hand. Celeste, girl, level with me. Is it... No, nothing. Please continue. When it comes to how much you want to eat, you should neither eat too much nor too little. At the last bowl, you nibbled on your food. Such behavior is impolite towards the host. Not just towards the people who prepared the meal, but in the case of an official ball organized by the Empress, it's impolite towards her as well, yes. Oh no, It's okay. As long as you're willing to learn, I'll teach you what you need to know. Okay. This part you already do correctly. When you eat, you should bring the fork or spoon to your mouth instead of lowering your head towards the food. Now then, as to the exact posture you should hold during the meal. May I? Yes. George adjusts my back and my arms gently to show me how to sit. It's like this. Alright, I understand. Now what's the correct spoon for the soup? He gestures to the table where far too many utensils for one meal are laid out. I extend my hand to take the biggest spoon. No, that's not right. It's not? You should eat with this small spoon. Ah. Now which is the correct fork for the salad? I hesitate only for a moment before grabbing the fork Penelope approved of last time. That's incorrect as well. But Duchess Penelope played a trick on you. No. It's unfortunately true. Don't be disheartened. Let's continue. Yes, let's see what else there is to learn. As we review more and more of the rules of the Empire's table manners, I start to relax, and so does George. Eventually, we finished the whole meal in the conservatory, in the correct way. I watched George eat and copied his movements as best I could. And those are all the basics you need to know. If you review everything I taught you as soon as you return to your family's guest apartment, you should be able to recall most of the lesson for tomorrow. Thank you so much. I'm really grateful for your help. I can't have the Saintess, one of the most important people in the Okari Empire, be belittled for not being a proper noble. Thank you. More importantly, I don't want you to panic again. You noticed? Oh, jeez! Sorry! I'm too used to playing horror games. Coming close to me that quick, mate, and I'm gonna think you're about to pull like some freaking expression, dude. I saw the condition often during my time as a general in my soldiers. Decreased field of vision, trouble breathing, body shaking, wanting to bolt like an injured animal. I recognized all the signs in you during the last ball. I'm sorry I couldn't follow you out into the gardens. It would have been impolite of me to leave the dining table. I understand. So I made that big of a blunder? Your behavior won't win you any favors, but I fully understand the need to get away. You've been burdened with a huge responsibility, expected to fit a grand image people have created in their heads of you. I know how that feels, and I don't want you to suffer further. We've all been formally invited to tomorrow's ball by the Empress, so we cannot skip the event. That's why I thought I'd help you gain more confidence, so that you won't be as frightened. I really appreciate your kindness. You said you've seen a lot of suffering on the war front? Maybe he'd like to share some of his burden with me? Oh yes, I've seen quite a lot of suffering. War injuries, loved ones dying, towns burned to the ground. The desperation that comes from not being able to stop the advance of the Demon Queen's army. The lack of hope that grows because the Golden Bow has still not chosen the Saintess. And there's nothing we normal people can do to defeat the Demon Queen. As long as she doesn't fall, the war will continue, and with it, the destruction of everything we hold dear. The Duke's words sound so dark and ominous, but I suppose war is terrifying that way. Soon you will go to the war front yourself and see the destruction. You'll fight demons. You'll comprehend what vile creatures they are. You'll understand that soldiers sometimes have to make difficult choices, and perhaps you'll end up having to make difficult choices yourself. The Duke looks at me for a minute, and the more I gaze into his eyes, the colder my heart becomes. It's like his gaze could freeze me to the core. A shiver runs down my spine. Suppose you are faced with the following dilemma. The lives of both the Crown Prince and your best friend are in danger, and you can only save one of them. Whose life would you choose to preserve? I need to think about this for a moment. Take your time. But remember, in the face of battle, you would have no time to consider the options. Yes, I understand that. If the Crown Prince died, then the continuity of the Empire's succession would be broken. The Empress has no other child to take the throne. She's also been reigning long enough that, according to Empire law, as Eurydice once explained it to me, she'll soon need to pass the crown to a successor. In the face of a broken succession, the Empire would be weakened. We're in the middle of a war. I'm sure the Demon Queen would take advantage of the chaos. On the other hand, if my best friend died, Eurydice, I imagine, whom I've truly grown to love like a sister, how could I live with myself? If I had to make a fast decision to protect someone, would I be able to make the right choice between Eurydice and Noah? Oh no, we're gonna have to pick between Noah and Levi, aren't we? No! No, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do that. Please. Please. Would my body move on its own to protect Eurydice, even despite Noah's importance to the Empire? I pick my friend. I would pick my friend. At the end of the day, I couldn't live in a world where I don't protect the ones I love. Levi! Levi, I love you, bro! Levi! Even if it becomes a world where the Demon Queen and the war no longer existed, I wouldn't want to live in it without my friends. So you value love over duty. You can frame it as such. I hug my body, the glacial coldness in George's gaze making me shiver. I see. Was it easy for you to make your choice? Not at all. Well, that is what war is like. You can relax now. I only wanted you to see that you might have difficult choices ahead of you. Point taken. When George's smile returns to his face, my body does indeed relax. Phew, I only now realize how difficult this conversation has been for me. Is this what Eurydice meant when she said that George isn't always kind? I think I've taught you everything I wanted you to learn. Alright, I'll see myself out then. Thank you again. I curtsy and walk towards the conservatory exit. When I turn around in the doorway, George continues to smile at me. I nod and take my leave. The time until the ball passes by like a blur. I practice what George taught me with Eurydice. Soon I find myself seated in the throne room, caught between Duke George and Duchess Penelope again. Why does the Queen keep doing this to me? I don't want to be here. I take a good look at the cutlery. I think I remember which piece is correct to use for each kind of food. Penelope has a smirk on her face, but I turn my head away and look at George instead. He gives me a small nod. The Emperor starts the dinner, and I take small bites of the food on my plate. I use the correct forks and spoons. Penelope gives me a side-eye, clearly disappointed when she finds no fault in me. I relax, listening to the beautiful music. In no time, the dinner's over. Say, Saintess. When Lady Penelope strikes up a conversation with me, my breathing quickens again. What if I say something wrong? Lady Celeste, would you like to dance with me? I turn my head in the other direction to see George standing next to me with a kind smile, his hand outstretched for me to take it. If I dance with George, I can avoid embarrassing myself in a conversation with Penelope, a conversation that the Empress who is nearby may overhear. And the problem is I can't dance. Maybe George will be able to lead me through the dance, though? And I remember it would be a slight to refuse him when he so publicly asked me to dance. All eyes at the table are on us. But at the same time, I want to confront Penelope. Even if I say something wrong, I can't run away from facing her. I'm just gonna dance with George. I'm a coward, I don't care, halt men. I swallow hard and take George's hand, getting up from my seat. With pleasure. George leads me to the center of the ballroom. He gives the band a small wave, and they change the music to something more suitable for dancing. You worry so hard, your thoughts are etched on your face. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll lead you through the dance. Don't worry, just leave everything to me. Ah! It's a thing on the thing! It's a thing on the thing! It's a thing on the thumbnail! It's a thing on the thumbnail! Ah! We take a starting position, and George gently moves me through the dance. I follow his lead. The motions are repetitive enough that I find myself relaxing. Oh, Jesus.
In the privacy of dancing, I can ask you more than I could at the table.
Sorry, I forgot that these are voiced. George somehow jump scaring me twice is crazy. Oh my god. Oh my god. Give me a second. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine.
You want to talk to
Okay, let's get on with this.
Yes, I do. First, I'd like to praise you for your etiquette skills. They have improved tremendously.
Your voice actor is too hot. I request it be changed, otherwise I'm gonna melt into a puddle.
You still lack confidence, but you didn't make any obvious mistakes tonight. Nothing any other noble at the table could scorn you for.
I'm glad.
You still need to improve the way you converse with nobles. But that'll be more of a process to master if you want to put effort into acquiring the skill. And good communication isn't something you learn overnight, after all.
I understand. I really...
Yes?
Why is he not romanceable?
I'd like to thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's because of you that I got through the meal without embarrassing myself. You didn't need to help, but you did. You're the kindest person I know.
Oh no. Please don't break my heart. Please don't break my heart. The song ends at that moment. George bows to me, takes my hand, and guides me gently back to the table. When I sit down, he leaves to take another lady to dance. The rest of the ball passes by uneventfully. I strike up conversations with some noble lords and ladies, and thankfully manage not to embarrass myself further. Yay! I wonder if in the final game there's going to be, because they have an affection meter, I wonder if there's going to be like a politic meter as well. So like the ending you get varies depending on how like politically savvy you end up being. That'd be cool. Though at the same time it'd probably be a lot. Eventually I redirect my attention to practicing my horseback riding. Let me come with you. I'm sorry, Levi. Horseback riding is a skill that Celeste knew well, so I need to practice it alone. If you saw me struggle to ride a horse, you would figure out quickly something's off about me. And in 2 weeks' time, I will have to be in the saddle daily once we head out to face the Demon Queen. I need to figure out how to keep myself on a horse like a confident rider. It's strange enough that I'm leading the horse out of the training grounds instead of riding the animal out of the stables. I don't want anybody to see how I'll struggle with mounting the animal. On the other hand, if Levi helps me practice my horseback riding, learn it much more quickly, which would be a tremendous benefit. I'll just need to convince him that I've forgotten how to write. That's good as help. Or not. No, I want Levi's help. I want him here. I want him here. I don't care if he figures out who I am. I want to kiss him. Actually, alright. Please come with me, Levi. But I'm not sure I remember how to write very well. What? Why? It must be the shock of being chosen by the golden bow. Or maybe it's this horse. Or maybe the fact that I'll be traveling in my Saintess clothing, which means I'll have to learn to ride side saddle now. And I'm very, very confident in my skills. Could you help me mount the horse? Okay. Levi shakes his head but gently lifts me up to put me in the horse's saddle. My legs don't cooperate, unfortunately, and I kick the side of my horse, my weight lifting more towards Levi. Ugh. Levi stumbles and I hold on to him for a frame. We both tumble over. And we do. Please! CG! Please, I'm begging. Please, please, please. Ah! Levi falls to the ground. I land on top of him, my face against his chest. Give me the CG, please. Ah! You've only ridden the horse the normal way before, but I thought side saddle can't really be that bad. I'm so sorry. No, it's okay. Girl, I've dreamt about this every single day of my life. You think I'm mad? I'm sorry, I'm getting off you right now. Damn it, no CG. You don't have to rush. Scramble off Levi as quickly as I can and stand on my feet. Levi get up, it's over the ground as well. Bro is so upset. He's like, no, hug me, please. Can we try again? Of course. Levi helped me mount on the horse again, and this time we successfully get me mounted. I don't feel very secure up here. You'll get used to it, I suppose. Let me grab another horse, and we'll go in outside of Solus through the western gate. There are only fields out there, so we'll have enough space to let the horses roam freely. Sounds like a good plan. Ooh! Oh my god, little field, little wheat fields, and like a really cool dirt path. Oh, I love the clouds. Oh, whoever did this is amazing at drawing clouds, goddamn. Levi ends up leading my horse, holding the reins of both our mounts. We practice all day, and I learn mounting and dismounting under his tutelage. By the time we're done, I feel worn out, but the next day we go at it again. After 2 more days of practice, I slowly learn to ride the horse. Levi looks confused about having to teach me so many basics of riding again. I catch him staring at me whenever I fumble. Will he figure out I'm not who everyone thinks I am? The anxiety of that possibility causes me to make even more mistakes. My 2 weeks of practice are only interrupted by another trip to Eastern Solus with Elijah. For the visit to the slums, I again take Levi with me. There are more patients in the field hospital today. The war front started moving towards Solus a month ago. The refugees from Barwood, the town that was followed by the marching demon horde, recently arrived in Solus. Luckily, many managed to escape death. They marched towards the capital on foot for weeks before finally reaching safety. They arrived hungry and in dire need of medical help for festering wounds, barely patched up by the few priests who survived the attack. They were met with the sight of Solus beyond the wall. The truth of the environment they would have to live in from now on hit their resolve hard. Is there anything I can do to raise their spirits? Yes, give them hope as the Saintess. Hope is the commodity that's least in supply in Eastern Solus. If you don't mind, Celeste, could I seek out Cherry and Lily again? Sure. I want to come with you. Let me kiss you in front of them. But I want to come with you, if you don't mind. Not at all. On the way back, we can talk to the refugees living in the same area and try to lift their spirits as Elijah instructed. Sounds like a good plan. Do you remember where we met Cherry and Lily? The sea of tents and Solus beyond the wall looks the same to me no matter where we go. Yes, I should be able to find the correct place. Lead the way then. Levy! I walk hand in hand around the area until someone points us to the correct tent. Levi glances inside. Levi. Hello, Cherry. Hi, Lily. Cherry and Lily come out of the tent. Lily hides behind Cherry's dress, obviously shy. Cherry pats her head. I'm glad you came to see us again. I felt so happy to find you last time. Made me think about our childhoods before the village burned down.
What happened to your brother?
He's doing great. He's a tailor apprentice in town. The two of us ended up in an orphanage in Solus. Then a knight named Paul took us under his care. I became a knight too, and Paul found an apprenticeship for Milo. Wait, so is Eurydice's god was called Paul, right? Does that mean that... So that must be the same Paul, right? Ooh. Backstory for someone I was not expecting.
Wow, that's great to hear. I'm happy you've been safe all these years and that you ended up with good professions.
I'm glad too, but looking at you and Lily...
Don't pity us, Levi. We're doing okay.
Are you really?
Life in the slums isn't glorious, but thanks to the church's help, we lack nothing important. We've got food, and healing is provided for free if we need it. I've heard that the people inside the city have to pay for healing.
That's true.
The winters can be harsh, but wood for fires to heat up our tents is also provided by the church. We're truly doing okay here. I would love to go back to our village though. I miss what we had there. The community, the houses, the fields. But I know, even if we rebuild, the village won't be the same again.
Yes, it will be a new village.
But let's not talk about such sad things. My lady, would you like to hear a story from Levi's and my childhood? I'm sure Lily would love to hear about what her mum was like at her age too.
It's probably a bit embarrassing.
I'd love to hear.
Of course.
So Levi was quite a rowdy child. Once he ran into my parents' bakery, snatched some bread and ran out.
Jerry ran after me.
And since my legs were longer, I caught him.
You were stealing, Levi? It wasn't my proudest moment. I was dared by other kids in the village to steal some bread from Cherry's parents' bakery. When I didn't want to do it, the other kids called me a wimp. My child self couldn't bear such an insult, so I stole the bread. It wasn't out of hunger, so when Cherry's parents asked me why I had done it,
He broke down into tears, like a true wimp.
Hey, it's not nice of you to say that.
But it's true.
Yes, I did cry. I apologized, and Cherry's parents promised not to tell mine as long as I promised never to repeat the stunt. I never stole anything again.
In the end, you were a good kid. And from the looks of you now, you still are.
I'm not a kid now.
You always will be, to your older sister. It's lovely listening to the two of them recall their experiences as children. Cherry tells me a few more stories of Levi as a child. Afterwards, Levi and I walk around the refugee camp, introducing me as the Saintess. At the end of the day, I'm so tired that I can barely feel my legs. I spent the last week riding the horse at a steady pace, getting to know the area. I'm still far from a great rider, but I think I'll be able to stand the journey to the Demon Queen's castle now. Before I know it, all the time I had left until we embark passes, and suddenly I have to pack for the journey. Linda's the one doing the packing, but Eurydice is in the room too. You should take another pair of pants. Noah told us to pack light. We will only have 4 wagons for provisions and some luggage. I can't take too much with me. Besides, I will be in my Saintess outfit throughout the journey. Something about being the beacon of hope to the party, a symbol of our victory.
Wait, oh my god, I'm dumb. I just realized that the outfit she's wearing is the freaking, like, cover art or, like, the main poster art for the game. I'm so dumb. It's like, if you go back and, if you, like, manage to go back that far and look at my, like, my thumbnail for my first ever Saintess of the Golden Bow, my first ever Saintess of the Golden Bow stream, she's in the nun outfit on that. I can't believe that didn't click until just now. I'm so dumb.
But wouldn't you be uncomfortable? I learned to ride side saddle because I already knew I'd be traveling in my nun clothes, which don't have pants.
Can't I wear like a priest's clothes? Come on. Actually, then again, they have robes as well, don't they?
Damn it. I'll be okay. If you say so. Later that day, the party gathers on the training grounds.
Noah takes a head count of everyone. The party consists of 20 people. Noah, Tariq, Levi, and 5 other knights. 3 mages, 5 archers beside myself, Elijah, Gareth, and 1 other healer. It feels like a small group for such a grand quest. Still, the Empress seemed disinclined to budge on the number of people allowed in our party, or our deadline to leave for our journey. I can't change the situation though. I've done the best I could. We ride for days. Only when we're close to being out of sunlight do we stop to make camp.
Oh, we're finally out of the city, goddamn. We're away from Penelope. It turns out she's somehow followed us.
She's like, see, I wanted to see if demons are actually real, which I don't believe you.
And then out comes the imp. Watch the love interest be the one who dies and the second most attractive person be who you married. No! God, to be fair though, I feel like I haven't been keeping count, but I feel like the person I have the most affection with is Elijah for some reason. I mean, I want Levi's end, but like still.
I'm so tired from traveling at the end of each day that I immediately collapse as soon as I lay out my bedroll. Fortunately, I'm exempt for the night watch. Noah wants all my focus to be on the fights as a Saintess, so he needs me to be as well rested as possible. We don't expect to be attacked by demons this far away from the front line, but you never know. The demon who attacked me near the Decari mansion wasn't supposed to be that close to the capital either. After another few days of riding, my back and butt are sore, but I finally feel myself getting used to the motion of being in a saddle for many hours.
That, or I'm so tired that I just no longer care about the pain.
A week into our journey, I've seen so much of the beautiful Lucari Empire countryside, with its vast pastures and fields and lush forests. It's late April, so we observe farmers ploughing the fields in preparation for the season, as well as planting potatoes and other vegetables. Wheat is already growing in scattered patches. I ride alongside Levi and converse with him so that the time passes by more quickly. It takes a few more days to finally get used to being in the saddle for long stretches of time. The other members of our party grow more comfortable on horseback too, and as we travel farther and farther from the capital, I start hearing more chatter amongst everyone.
Nobody liked the capital. Everyone is just like, they're away from the capital. It's somehow less stressful going to fight the goddamn demon queen than being in the capital. Crazy.
As the next week passes and we get closer to the front lines, we encounter our first demons.
Oh no! Oh no!
You still on that demon room chat? You still on that? I hope you're not.
The flying eyeballs, or so I've heard the soldiers call them. There are several swarms of the creatures ahead of us. Their wings flap, and their scorpion tails slash through the air. Their mouths open to show snake-like tongues. They're almost cute.
Celeste, what are you on?
Ooh! Oh, seahorse lady. Ooh, I like you. Dodge!
Patrice, a mage I got to know during one of our conversations at camp, shouts from the demon's eyes suddenly launch beams of red light towards me. I fall to the ground, and the beams pass by, just missing me by a hair.
Pay more attention to the battlefield, Saintess!
Easy to say when I've no experience war combat! I stand next to Patrice, who has prepared a ball of water at the end of her staff and is now firing blasts of water at the eyeballs. She hits one of them directly. Wailing, the fiend drops to the ground.
Is this really how is this really your first proper fight, Saintess? It is. I will support you then, and so will the melee combats. She gestures to Levi and Noah. I'm so sorry, this is not fun voice. She gestures to Levi and Noah, who are now taking care of the 2 other eyeballs that attacked me. All you have to do for your part is fire the bow with the eyeballs that are flying too high to be taken down by swords. Also, don't forget to breathe. Only now do I take a deep breath. Alright, noted. Let's fight then!
I take an arrow from my quiver and knock it into the golden bow. I draw a steadying breath and shoot the arrow at the eyeball, flying at the top of the swarm. I miss, but the way it avoids my shot allows me to learn more about the movements of the creature. When I fire another arrow, I hit the fiend and take it down.
Yes! Great job, Saintess!
Patrice has now taken down 2 demons in the time it's taken me to fell 1, but comparison is unnecessary. From what I've heard, she's a trained soldier with previous war experience. If I gain more experience here on the battlefield, maybe I'll become as proficient as she is. But first I have to survive long enough to become good at combat. So I push my fears aside and fire an arrow, then another. After a while, the fight is over.
Wait! Different outfit! Hold the phone! Hold the phone! You should not look that good. I don't like that. You're making me feel things. God damn. Why do you look better in army? You look better in armor than in your prince clothes. That's crazy to me. That is crazy to me. And that makes me want to see you in it more, but if you were in it more, that would mean you become like a warlord emperor, and I don't think the world needs that. I think after the empire needs that even. I think after the Demon Queen War, I think everyone just wants to chill for a little bit. Noah looks around at our party and breathes a sigh of relief.
No losses on our side. Great job, everyone.
The party cheers. Phew, what a fight. Still, as my adrenaline rush subsides, I suddenly become aware that my arms and legs are shaking. I take a seat with my back to a nearby tree. Are you alright? Damn, no new clothes for you. I wanted to see you in a new dashing outfit. Well. Levi runs up to me and kneels beside me. I'm not hurt, don't worry. I'm just a bit overwhelmed by the fighting. If there's anything I can do to help. No, Levi, I just need to get used to real combat with enemies rushing at me to kill me. I'm not a trained combatant like you are. Or at least I wasn't until all the training I recently completed. All I've done before is hunt prey for sport. Prey that didn't fight against me with claws or rays of magic from their eyes. We're going to encounter a lot more demons on our journey to defeat the Demon Queen. There's no time for me to move around, but I can't stop myself from shaking. I'm sorry you have to go through this. If I could do anything to lessen your burden, I would. I know. Thank you, Levi. I can't be weak. I have to keep fighting. Everyone expects me to kill the Demon Queen. I have to stop being afraid. I know why this situation is so hard for me. I grew up in peace. I never had to consider fighting in a war, especially not against grotesque demons. I have to accept reality, though. The life I had on Earth died. I died. I belong to Celeste's world now. I get up from my seat, taking Levi's hand. Can I give him another kiss? When I look around at the party, I see the priests healing the wounded. Even though I think we should make camp early, we continue traveling. By the end of the day, I'm exhausted. As we continue moving over the next week, we fight even more demons, the encounters increasing in frequency as we near the front line. We pass by contingents of the armies from the Lokari Empire and Durandal Kingdom. We exchange information as we're nearing Barwood, the new location of the front line since last month. I remember Elijah mentioning that the refugees from Barwood have recently arrived, back when I last helped out in Eastern Solace. Nobody has yet sighted the Demon Queen in any of her forms on the new battlefields in the last month. We pass Barwood the next day, and the sight of the destroyed villages brings sadness to my heart. Even so, we continue advancing to Claremont Castle, where Levi's party fought against the Demon Queen in the book.
We'll arrive at Claremont Castle the day after tomorrow. Be ready to engage with hordes of demons. The town in front of the castle has been overtaken by hundreds of fiends. We'll be entering the real battlefield now. Noah gives us instructions on how to fight as a party. We'll divide into 4 formations, and everyone will be assigned a specific area to defend. I'm in the same formation as Noah, Levi, Elijah, and Patrice. We're at the core of the party, the most important team. Noah, Levi, and Patrice are tasked with protecting me as well as fighting the demons. Elijah is there to provide any healing should any of us get injured. We all confirm that we accept Noah's orders.
Thank God for him. I don't think anybody else would have had a good plan. Today I'm not as tired as I usually am. I glance around and notice the serious expressions on everyone's faces. Is there anything I could do to help cheer up our group? What if we throw a party? I can maybe hunt down some game with the golden bow. No, wait, I don't think I know enough about hunting to manage that by myself. What's on your mind, Celeste? I'm thinking we should have some fun to help improve morale. How about we throw a party with some real food instead of hardtack and smoked meat we have for rations? That sounds like a good idea. I can get the archers to come with us so we can hunt down some fresh deer. Are you sure you want to go? Yes. I agree that a party would help everyone focus more on our upcoming victory, and less on all our recent brushes with death. Levi goes to chat with the archers by the tent. A man and 2 women agree to take part in our small plan, or so I assume when I see them grab their bows.
Each of them goes into the woods in a different direction, and so do Levi and myself. I don't actually know how to hunt, but I couldn't have admitted that to Levi since Celeste was an excellent huntress, so for a few hours I just fumble through the woods. I don't manage to bring anything back with me, but Levi and the others don't question my lack of game. They say it was difficult to find any animals due to the nearby presence of demons. The others at camp cheer up when the fresh venison starts cooking on the campfire and the heavenly smell reaches their noses. People gather around the fire, chatting excitedly. Levi and I change into more comfortable clothing. The others decide to remove their gear as well, switching to more casual outfits. We're gonna get ambushed! We're gonna get ambushed, guys, no! Ooh! God of light, I will become your most faithful devotee for this. Thank you so much for this absolute feast I'm laying my eyes upon. Oh my god. Oh, he looks so hot. Oh no. Oh, oh my god. Oh my god. And he plays the lute. Help, he's too much. He's too much of a man for me. I can't take it. Hi, Bible, save me. Levi takes out his lute and plays a few notes. I'd completely forgotten that Levi is musically inclined. The novel mentions in passing that he sings and plays the lute. So he knows how to use his Oh god, I'm going too far. I'll get to experience his singing for real now. That's wonderful. What the frig? You get another outfit too? I'm getting ambushed. Oh god, no, Elijah's gonna appear on the other side, isn't he, with a new outfit. Oh god, I'm getting so ambushed. Noah sits down next to Levi, drinking from a cup. He's also changed clothes, so his outfit is still plenty fancy. Oh no! Oh, I've been bombarded. Oh, I think I'm gonna die now, chat. Bye. Oh, okay. Okay, my soul's returned to my body temporarily. The God of Light told me I can't die until I finish this game. Oh, God. It's great to see everyone relaxing. I turn around to see Elijah behind me. He's changed his clothes as well. He looks good out of a priest's robes. We can't be doom and gloom all the time. Some fun is required now and then to keep our sanity. Is it now? Elijah trails off, looking to the side with a thoughtful expression. I want to ask him what he means, but Noah suddenly waves to me.
Celeste, come over here.
I found lava rocks! When I look back at where Elijah was standing, he's already gone. Wandering off to the side of the camp where Gareth and the other priests are opening a tall bottle. Did they bring alcohol with them on the quest? I suppose it's alright to drink from time to time. I approach Noah and Levi instead. When I come close, Levi starts singing a song. It's a happy tune. Folk music about a party of adventurers who have fun solving people's problems by killing demons. I sit down on the other side of Levi. Noah nods at me with a smile but doesn't say anything, and I keep quiet too. I don't want to interrupt Levi's singing. Levi has a wonderful voice, calming and fun to hear. Some members of the party start clapping to the rhythm, others move in a dance. When the meat is ready, Tariq slices it up and serves everyone. We eat and drink, chat and laugh. Later, Levi continues playing the lute and singing as people dance more. It's a happy time, a memory I'm sure I'll look back on with fondness later. At some point during the party, Tariq approaches me with a bright smile on her lips.
How are you faring, Saintess?
Better now.
I noticed you seemed in low spirits after fighting with demons.
Does fighting demons get easier with time?
You get used to combat eventually. There are just a few types of demons, and you can quickly learn what to expect from each of them. Yes, I think fighting gets easier with time. I'm going to share something personal of my own with you now. Please don't tell anybody I said this.
Of course.
As the leader of the Palace Guard, I fight humans more often than demons. I think combat against demons is easier than fighting and possibly killing a fellow human. I hope you'll never experience the need to take a person's life.
What is this foreshadowing? I don't like this. Why is this foreshadowing? Having to pick between Noah and my best friend? Having to choose to kill someone? What is this foreshadowing? I don't like this. Oh! Tariq's words make my blood freeze when I realize what she's trying to convey to me. I understand.
Some demons have humanoid forms. Make no mistake though, no matter how much they resemble humans, they're not like us. They only want humanity's destruction.
Why do demons detest humans so much?
Nobody knows. One day 20 years ago, the portal to the demon realm opened on the car.
Oh my fucking god, Elijah's 20. Oh. Oh. Chat. I'm a bit worried now. I might be overthinking things, but...
One day 20 years ago, the portal to the demon realm opened on the Lokari Empire's eastern border. Demons pulled out of it and brought carnage to the easternmost towns and village. Demons speak their own language. Nobody knows what they say to each other when they communicate with each other. They use no written word. All attempts at learning their language failed. Only the demon queen can speak the human tongue. How did she learn our language? Some say she gained the knowledge by eating humans, which also gave her the ability to take a human form. Ugh. The demon queen has no humanity either, though. She's the vilest of the fiends. There will be many more fights with demons ahead of us as we near the front line. You'll get more experience killing the enemy and eventually grow more comfortable with battle. Don't worry, Saintess, we'll protect you.
All I have to do is stand at the back of the formation and shoot arrows. I feel like my task is easier than yours, because I'm not a frontliner.
No one else can do your task. We are here to make sure you're able to complete it.
I'll do my very best. Thank you, Tariq. I feel lighter now. I'm still not sure if I can get used to killing demons, but I know I need to do my part.
It's okay to feel lost, Saintess. If you ever feel afraid again, seek me out. I'll provide my support.
Thank you. After my conversation with Tariq, I returned to the celebration. Looking at everyone dancing, singing, and laughing lifts my spirits further. We may be going on a grand quest, but that fact doesn't mean we have to be serious all the time. Oh shit. The sky is ashen with smoke from the burning houses of Claremont. Demons of different terrifying shapes are flying above the rubble. Oh, I am terrified right now.
We need to push through the ruins of the town to reach Claremont Castle. My nose, Natalia's just still a little bit bunged up from having to hold it for Tariq, sorry.
We'll confirm our understanding of Noah's orders, then we get into our planned formations. I take a position at the back of my group, next to Patrice and Elijah. Noah and Levi take the front. I glance over at the other groups. Noah has organized them similarly to ours. An archer, a caster, and a few frontliners for each party.
Clear the road to Claremont Castle! Formations 1 and 2, you're going first. Formations 3 and 4, you'll follow after the first two groups clear the path.
I'm in Formation 3. Noah has us wait a few minutes before we move deeper into Claremont. The first two formations have already cleared the path, but demons pull between our groups and theirs, landing on the ground in a flap of wings. To clear a way for all of our groups towards the castle, we'll have to put up a fight. I grip the golden bow more firmly and take an arrow out of the quiver. This is no time to be afraid. We have to break through, and I have to do my part. Whoa, Jesus! A devil blocks our path. Guys, please, don't. I know he looks more humanoid, but please resist. Or does that make him less attractive to you guys? I have no idea at this point. A devil blocks our path. He's a humanoid with a whip made of fire. He waves the weapon around in front of himself, making low guttural sounds. I swallow hard. The fact he's so human-like is unsettling. I remind myself of my conversation with Tariq at the campfire. The demons are not humans.
Advance!
Noah gives the order. Our formations get into fighting stances. The frontliners, Levi and Noah, run up to the devil and engage him in a melee. A swarm of flying eyes appear above the devil. These are a better target for me. I could harm the fighters with my arrows if I shoot at the humanoid demon while they're fighting at him. I aim the golden bow at the fiend. I
think about what Elijah taught me about accessing the golden bow's magic. Could my shot become more powerful if I used a light magic imbued arrow? I thought that the light magic at the bow was reserved for defeating the Demon Queen. But maybe I'm wrong, and the extra power can help us get to the castle? It's worth a shot. But I'm ching. I take a deep breath and close my eyes, focusing on the light magic coursing through the golden bow. I pull a thread of that light white towards me and direct it into the arrow. The arrowhead glows. Whoa. I've done it. I managed to pull the magic into the arrow properly. I feel like my hold on the holy power might slip at any time, so I quickly aim the arrow at the flying eyeballs, remembering what I know about their movements from earlier fights. I shoot. I hit the eyeball at the top of the swarm. The demon burns in the white-hot fire of the holy magic, letting out a squeak of pain. Noah turns around and gives me a smile.
Good job, Celeste!
Thank you! Ah! Just then, I hear a soul-tearing cry from Patrice. When I turn around to find her, I see... a devil has sunk its claws into her stomach. Patrice! The demon twists its claws deeper into Patrice's body. No! Ah! The sight is gruesome, but I can't take my eyes off of my companion. I know she told me to pay attention to my surroundings, yet I focused so much on myself that I didn't realize the demon was near her, and now... Noah runs up to the devil and impales the fiend with his sword. With an inhuman wail, the creature falls to the ground, dead. Patrice's body slides to the ground too. Noah catches her before she hits the pavement of the street. She spits out blood.
Patrice!
Elijah runs up to Noah and Patrice, enveloping the water mage's form in a white light. After a moment, the light oh shit, she's dead. Oh shit. Wait, one sec. Sorry. I know this is a serious moment, but I want to... Okay, I can't really. Sorry, it's just her seahorse looks very sad, and I don't know if that's a new thing because she's dying, or because of... or if it's just how it would always look like that. After everyone like dims, we all look at Elijah with confusion. It's too late. The realization that we've lost Patrice hits me like a wall of bricks. God damn it. It's a serious moment, Natalia. Don't mess it up with language issues. When I look at her eyes again, the light in them has dimmed. Noah lowers her eyelids. She's dead? Is it my fault?
Rest in peace, Patrice. You will be remembered as a great fighter.
Tears well up in my eyes. I hug myself. But there's no time to cry. As soon as the demons notice we're not paying attention to our surroundings, they swarm us again. But we won't join Patrice on the other side, not today. We fight even more fiercely than before. That woman had dreams, much like I do. She wanted to help defeat the Demon Queen. And now, she's gone. So quickly, in a single moment when I wasn't looking. We continue making our way through Claremont, getting closer and closer to the castle. But each fresh victory feels sour. An hour passes, or maybe 4. Time flows differently when you're fighting for your life. I'm terrified and tired, but the real battle hasn't even started yet. We finally regroup with the other formations in front of the castle gates. Along with Patrice, there are a few others who did not survive. Matthew, a fighter from the first formation, has fallen. He wanted to rebuild his village so much once we defeated the Demon Queen and returned from the quest. We've also lost an archer from the second formation, Veronica. She was the one who hated demons the most out of all of us. They had slaughtered her whole family of 9. These brave people wanted to defeat the Demon Queen with all their hearts, and now they won't have the chance. But we will carry out the task, keeping in our hearts their dedication to the fight. There's also Patrice. I will forever carry the burden of her death. If only I had been more vigilant on the battlefield, she would have lived.
We're going inside.
The gates to the castle courtyard are open, as if welcoming us. We walk through the courtyard and open the heavy castle doors. We continue down the corridor. The place is so quiet it's eerie. No more demons attack us.
Why is this place so quiet? There are no demons around. The corridors are so empty that it's eerie.
But I feel watched. It's as if a heavy presence can be felt in the walls, the ceiling, even the floor. Could be a warding spell put into the structure of the building.
What's a warding spell? It informs the caster if others enter the specific area where the magic has been cast.
So the Demon Queen already knows we're coming.
It's quite likely.
We're entering a trap.
She wants us to come to her?
It's possible she's keeping all her forces in the throne room, which seems to be right at the end of this corridor.
We can't just walk into a trap.
Do you see another way? We need to fight the Demon Queen to slay her.
Can't we lure her out? She'll use other kinds of dark magic to make us come to her. She could even twist the warding spell into one that'll compel us to go forward. So we have no way to turn back now, do we? I fear the time to retreat has passed.
Yeah. The only way is forward, then. Everyone, be ready to enter combat as soon as we breach the throne room.
Guys, keep it together. I know what we're all expecting of the Demon Queen, but I'm also expecting you all to keep it together. Okay? Okay? Good. I want to stop Noah, but I understand as much as everyone else that we can't run away now. We can't possibly die either, though, can we? I've trained so hard to be ready for this moment. All I saw was the throne. I'm already going against what I said. Great, this is great. A few steps later, we enter the grand hall, which now serves as the throne room with the Demon Queen. Hi! You have a lot of eyes. And very big horns. And I like your corset. The human bone hands really add to it. There she sits on her throne, a smirk on her face. She's a beautiful woman, but she's unmistakably not fully human. Horns protrude from her head, and there's a third eye on her forehead. She swirls her long tail in the air. Her leathery wings flutter. She's as gorgeous as she is deadly. Woo! Voice acting. Ooh. Wait, can you guys hear the voice acting? I just realized. 1 second, actually. Can you guys hear the voice acting real quick? Why is my mouth not moving? Final boss? I'm sorry, I'm looking the best I can, jeez. No, this is not a pre-recorded stream. Who pre-records their streams? That's crazy. Yes, I'm just looked in. I like pretty people. Yeah, we can hear it, not really, barely. Oh, great. Okay, let me figure something out real quick. I've turned it up a little bit. It's very low today, I guess not. I've turned it up a little bit. Her voice is enchanting, pulling me towards her. There must be something magical about it. I would never come close to this monster of my own free will.
Get in formations.
Okay, that's... Okay, you know what? It's configurations, is that it? There we go. Display, or display text, audio, there we go. I'm gonna turn down the BGM. Where's the BGM? Where is it at? Okay, I'm gonna turn down the BGM to like that, so that doesn't overpower. And then everything else should be fine, I think.
There's no chance you just want to quietly die, is there?
There we go. Is that better? Is that better? Can people hear the voice acting now, but not too much of the BGM? The BGM isn't too overpowering. No way a big Bazonga goth Demon Queen passing control if you are playing that. I'm playing. You can observe. My mouse is staying firmly locked in my hand. A bit better. Okay. I'll turn up a bit then. A bit more then. There we go. I think that should be fine now. I think that should be fine. I think. We'll see how it goes. I've turned it up now with 0.5, so the voice acting should be pretty loud, but the BGM should be fairly quiet.
I would appreciate not having the chosen of the god of light in the way of my conquest.
I love her
You
voice.
vile demon! Get ready to perish!
I wasn't talking to you.
Thank you, Noah, for standing up for me, but apparently this is a private conversation. She glares at Noah, forming a ball of pure dark energy in her hands. Noah commands everyone to take positions in advance. As Noah, Levi, and the other melee combatants run into the room, the door on the opposite side of the hall bursts open and a swarm of demons pours in. I take my spot at the back of the fight and ready the golden bow. I hesitate for a moment. If I kill the Demon Queen, will the other monsters stop fighting? It's worth a try, isn't it? I aim the golden bow at the Demon Queen's heart. I take a few deep breaths and do what I can to steady myself. The Demon Queen notices I'm aiming the weapon. Why did you take so long? The confident, amused smirk returns to her face.
Let's have some fun, shall we?
I do my best to remember what Elijah told me about accessing the golden bow's light magic.
Don't fail me.
Please don't fail me now. I've relied on so many people, please. I try to gather the power in the arrow. The golden bow resists me. No!
Not now!
There's a red magical energy gathering in the palm of the Demon Queen's hand. She's not looking at me, but... No! No! Why would you do this to me? And Levi. I welcome her being distracted. I'm ready as I'll ever be. I let the arrow and beautiful light magic fly at the Demon Queen. Just then, she releases the red bolt of magic in her hand at Levi. When she glances back in my direction, the arrow's almost at her heart, but she flicks her hand in the air and the arrow's magic disappears. It bounces off an invisible shield and clangs to the floor. No!
Perish, you fiend!
Why are you red? Just then, I noticed Levi running it straight at me, pointing his two swords at my chest. No, she's controlling my love interest. I don't like this. Levi, no, please. Snap out of it, baby. There's an aura of red magic surrounding him, and his eyes look so far away.
Be a good puppet and kill the Saintess for me.
Oh no, I've got to kill. Okay. Gotta dodge Levi and not die. Elijah! Elijah!
No, Levi, don't!
He has feelings for you. Beyond what's appropriate for a knight and his lady.
Shut up, we don't need
Isn't
this.
it fun to use the one who loves you against
If you're gonna
you?
control him, at least be quiet. Your voice is too sexy for the scenario.
No!
I take a few steps back, but Levi, controlled by the Demon Queen's magic, moves more quickly than any normal human. No, He runs one of his swords straight through my stomach.
Celeste! Celeste!
Oh hey, it's the other thing from the thumbnail. Oh!
Oh, I've done this. Why?
No, I wanted my happy ending. No. Levi drops his swords and takes me into his arms. I'm dying. Life is slowly seeping out of me with blood from the giant gushing wound in my stomach. Even so, I bring myself to comfort Levi.
You didn't mean to. It's the Demon Queen's magic.
I guess he gets to be a tragic BL protagonist after all.
I was too weak to resist her. It was all my fault.
It's your fault I focused too much on getting everyone's affection up instead of just yours. I want to convince him he's innocent, but I have no strength to speak anymore. I can barely even breathe.
No. What have I done?
It hurts to speak. It hurts to move my head to look at him. It hurts to breathe. Where the fuck is Elijah? Hey, Golden Bow, you wanna, kick in by any chance? The Demon Queen's ominous laughter is the last thing I hear before I slip into the darkness. I'm in heaven again, the comforting cotton-like substance cocooning me. I lost the battle against the Demon Queen. I couldn't control the Golden Bow properly. And now the Lokari Empire will have to wait for another saint, if another one will even come at all. I'm not in physical pain anymore, but my heart aches from regret. The fight against the Demon Queen is no longer mine. I'm dead. I won't be able to save anyone. I'll miss Levi and the others. The heavenly sound interrupts the quiet again.
You must fight on.
The angelic voice is back. What do you mean? I'm dead. I can't... Before I can protest further, my soul gets pulled into the golden whirlpool again. I close my eyes, becoming dizzy like last time. When I open them again, I find myself in front of the golden bow in the chapel, my hand touching its cold surface. The pain from the bow's light magic entering my body is excruciating. I think before I can even scream. As Celeste experienced, death is not the end of the Saintess's journey. Will you be able to rewrite her fate? Thank you for playing the Saintess of the Golden Bow demo. Wishlist us on Steam. Oh my god, Celeste, I'm so sorry. I killed Celeste. Oh my god. Wait, is it re-zero? We kind of re-zeroed us, I think. Jarvis, more alcohol. Did he stab us and they read about us being the one who died? I think I got the bad ending. I believe, based off what the creators informed me, there's meant to be 3 endings currently. Obviously, if one of them is a good ending. I think I got the bad ending. Might be because I was raising the affection of too many people at once. Unfortunately, yeah. I've really got a bad ending. I thought I was doing so good. I was getting everyone's affections. I thought I was at least gonna get the normal ending. Like, maybe I'd lose a limb, or like maybe me or my love interest would get knocked into a coma. Harm ending does not exist. It does not exist. I'm so sad. Okay, we need to get the good ending next time. Yes, next time we perhaps shall. Oh, but for now, that has been the playthrough of Saintess of the Golden Bow for the... God, the name. The name is for the Otome... Give me a second. I'm bad with names. Where is it? For the Otome Games celebration event. There we go. Got there eventually. But yes, thank you guys all so much for watching this one. Yeah, so it took us about 5 hours to do on stream, but currently if you do like play the demo on Steam, the demo is again available on Steam currently. It has all the content that I've just played through plus a little bit more because I didn't do all the options. And there's hot guys, and one of them just cried over killing me, so you know what, I consider that a win. Apparently, God doesn't let us die until we succeed, so we're gonna be re-zeroing this apparently. So glad I actually caught this one. I'm glad you did too, thank you! What if the endings are being killed by a different love interest? What if a good ending doesn't exist yet? Well, that would hurt. Yeah, for now, I think we had a very fun time playing this game, didn't we? At least I know I got the Levi route. Regardless of everything, I'm just glad I got the Levi route. I love him very much. Even if he's killed me. I love him very much. Then make the good ending. Yeah. Well, the full game is set to be released April next year. Yeah, April next year. Yeah, April 2027 is the official release date of this game. Full game, not demo, full game, full version. And I will be awaiting it with bated breath. I don't know if any more demos will be released after this. You would have to follow either the Steam page or the Twitter account of Transparent Games. I believe I have them linked in the description. If I don't, then I will have them linked in the post saying like, oh hey, it's a stream on Twitter. So if you want to be able to just like click on that and then go to their Twitter account to follow them for updates for both this and also another game that I've played in the past, My Wife is a Spy. Another Otome game where it's a villainess game. You get to be a villainess and you are you're engaged, but I believe you do get married pretty early on in the game to a Duke of the North. But obviously in this one, you play Celeste, who is the Saintess, who is fabulous. Reincarnation, we love to see it. And God, if I do not get Levi when the full game comes out, I will start a riot. Yes. I remember that one. That one was fun. Like, these have both been really fun. For an indie studio, these guys are amazing. Honestly. But yes, that has been the updated playthrough of Saintess of the Golden Bow with new assets such as sprites and backgrounds, a more easy flowing story. I don't know how to specifically say it. Why is my mouth not moving? the story now has better pacing. There certainly they've swapped around certain scenes or removed certain scenes and changed in put in different ones, such as I specifically said. So this stream they took out the scene of Noah and the refugees at the Empress's door, and they changed it to Elijah at the refugee camp, which personally I do prefer. I think it is a lot more effective storytelling, so good on the writers for that. But yeah. Again, I will be waiting with bated breath for either another demo version, if I'm so lucky to be graced with that by the Transparent Games team, or all of us to be blessed with that, or what's it called? Or until the full version comes out next year. Yay! Yeah, and I thank you all so much for joining, and I hope you all have a wonderful day or night, wherever you are. Bye bye. We're going.